What's up, guys? AW here, Aaron Warder here, man. Bring you episode 7 of Peacemaker. A spoiler review, and yes, spoiler review. And if you're upset by the thumbnail, too bad. This episode's on a it's on a streaming service. You could watch it when you have. It's about only 30 minutes, 35 minutes long. You could watch it. You could watch it. Too bad. If you don't want to be spoiled, don't watch the stream. But just too bad. But first, I'd like to say hi to George. And George, I'll be getting you on. Be okay. So if you must know, if you want to be on the panel, you have to see this episode. Okay, it's my rule. I say this for reviews, spoiler review stuff. If you want to be on the panel, it has to be. You have to see the content. Okay, makes the conversation more interesting. Because I like to talk about this stuff. But with that, guys, let's get the show on the road. And yeah, okay. Maybe that my mic is a little too high right now. I can. That's my fault. So yes, let's get my face. Let's get my face in the view. Get my camera out of the way. So invitations will be handed out. George, I'm getting to you now. George, where are you? I know I have you here. And there we go. So yes, so as you see from my thumbnail, I was really happy with this episode because I really hate this villain, as we all should. If you don't hate this villain, I'm sorry, there's something wrong with you. Okay, yeah, I sent you an invitation. You know, okay, come in when you can. I'm sorry, but this show is better about Book of Fett. Okay, much better Book of Fett. Okay, I'm gonna stop. I'm not gonna trigger you guys. I'm gonna stop triggering you guys. And before I get more into it, for the people who do not like this, show, who have agenda against it, I got something to say for you. I got something for you guys. I got something for you guys.
It doesn't matter what you think.
Yeah. And I'm going to use it.
It doesn't matter what you think.
I'm not talking about the Snyder fans that are reasonable. I'm talking about the ones that have no reason at all. They're nuts. They go after everything that's not Snyder related. But this is not about this, okay? And yes, okay. I think I DM'd you. Yeah, I DM'd you. Oh wait, maybe wrong person. Oh yeah, I sent to some people. If Brian's seen it, he's allowed on. You know what? There we go. I'm not sending a link in the big DM groups, like the max groups, because I know some people haven't watched it. And as I said at the beginning of the stream, I need people. If you want to be on the panel, you have to see this. Okay, George, come on. You have to see this. episode. Okay, there we go. Hey George.
Hey, what's going on?
Oh, not much, talking episode 7. And I'm glad you've seen the episode because only people have seen I'm sorry, I just noticed your name.
Oh yeah. Well, I saw that someone made a Geralt of Hamadaverse, so I thought, hey, I should do that.
You see what Geralt's trying to do now? He's trying to like double down everything now. He's trying to be positive about everything now. Have you seen that?
Yo, he's like him and Mercury have basically lost their minds these past
I
few
know.
months. And it's odd because I actually thought Geralt at first actually seemed like he supported the Batman movie, but lately he's like doubling down on going after it.
I know. I know. Oh, I know. And then I'll just, and then he has a tweet. Okay, hey, yeah. Well, we got Blind Braille. Hey, Blind Braille. Yeah, you can hear us.
Hold on a minute.
Okay. But yeah. Girls, I know. Like yesterday, I think yesterday broke him. Like broke him. He was bitching about the Flash's suit, and the Flash's suit looks so much better than the one in Justice League. Oh, and the Justice League suits are the same. Justice League and Zack Snyder's Justice League Flashes are exactly the same suit. And the one we saw yesterday was it was better than better from those Justice League movies.
Yeah, I'll say that reveal was so good yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna get into that after this because this is not. I know this is a Peacemaker stream, guys, but I think we're gonna talk about that too. Okay. So yeah, Blind Bill. Okay, he's muted. Because he's fixing his mic. I know you can hear us. Okay. Okay. So overall reactions. How did you like the episode? We'll get to Blind Bill last when he comes on. So George, go.
I thought it was a very entertaining but also emotional episode. Like right from the beginning, when you see Peacemaker and his brother, like you see how his brother dies and like how Peacemaker like reacts to it, and then like obviously Mur dies in this episode, and then like you have that emotional confrontation with Peacemaker and the Clan and White Dragon, and
Yeah.
like him finally like getting rid of like the monster of basically his life, which was his father.
Yeah. So he's not Blind Bill's not back. Yeah. So yeah, I like this episode too. It's very emotional for Chris, who is Peacemaker, with his what happened with his brother, how his brother died. He'll be back. Don't worry, he'll be back. He's just getting stuff fixed. Him dealing with his father and the KKK, well, the Klan, which finally, he got rid of the biggest demon in his the biggest demon he has right in his mind. That's his father. Finally conquered it. And then Myrn died, and we see what the butterfly and the butterfly plan is. That there is good and bad butterflies, and yeah, we finally see that Vale was how this really her backstory, kind of how she got into this, because she wasn't really she was not really in any sort of law enforcement. She was just put into this because she wanted to do favors for her mother, who, yeah, was finally revealed. I mean, we knew about it, but the whole team finally figured it out. Well, actually, Myrn knew ahead of time, but the other two didn't know. Hardcore and John Diebeard. But yeah, Blind Brill, are you okay now? Okay. So yeah, okay, we'll get back to him when he could come on. But yeah, thank you for getting me that bot. Okay. Okay, so he's having difficulties and okay. So okay, where was it? Okay, we find out that Peacemaker is being hunted down being hunted down by the police and everybody. They all want to go after him, right? He's number one on their target list to hunt down. But we start off with the backstory between him and his brother Keith as kids and how they got into punk walk. His brother got into punk walk, and then we find out how his brother died. Right? The father has a bunch of people over, a bunch of friends over. Obviously, they like him, the KK part of the clan, and they're all taking bets on fights, right? And they bet on their two sons, on White Dragon's two sons. Well, when they were two fighting, Chris punched his brother. I think his brother's name is Keith, and then all of a sudden we saw Keith like overdose. I guess it's not shaking. I guess it's kind of like an overdosing or something. And we saw the father go up to Keith. He's like, "You killed him! You killed your brother!" And you could tell that he loves his brother more. And that's the moment that where the father turned on Chris, then started not love Chris. He hated Chris. You want to come on? I can send you on. I can send you a link. And his father never from that moment his father never loved Chris anymore.
Yeah, I question the kind of love he had for him before all of this, because it's like, I mean, I know it's the clan, but it's like having your two sons fight for the entertainment of others. Just
yeah, he's a scumbag. Yeah. Okay.
I don't know, it just rubs me off the wrong way.
Damn, really?
Is it working this time?
Yeah, I'm trying to get the audio to my headphones. I don't know why it's not working.
Okay. So I'm gonna just ask you, Blam, what did you think of this episode?
I still, what the heck?
Oh, I got room, don't worry. Okay. Yeah, I'm getting more people on. I think Arkham Gaming wants to come on, but he's not. He's working till 4, and he may come on by 5. So, I'll try to at least go 2 hours, maybe hour and a half to 2 hours. But yeah, then we get to the future again, where Chris, and we find out that Hardcore doesn't trust of Bio because of the diary. The police got the diary, right? That it was planted. Okay, Blind Bill, you'll be in the chat. Okay. And then Abayo's panicking. It's like she didn't know what to do. Obviously, right? She never did this before. She never really gone to law enforcement. And she mentions her mother. And it's like, and then Amelia Hardcore figures out holy shit, your mother is Amanda Waller. And then you see Mern come in, and Mern's like, and Hardcore is like, did you know her mother was Amanda Waller? And he knew right away. Yeah, he knew right away it was Amanda Waller, right? He knew.
I mean, you kind of suspect to be about Adebayo, because she says she never killed someone or ever really shot someone. So
because she was what was she before? She said she worked on dogs. She was a groomer or something like that.
Yeah.
Right?
So obviously we knew right away, but some people would always say well, what did she do before before that? And it's no, she was never in enforcement. This was basically Amanda Waller, her mother, basically giving her the job.
Yeah, Chris's family. He could trust family. She could trust family, even family doesn't have experience in this stuff. I guess she was a little oblivious to Amanda Waller because to her mother, because it's her mother, and she wasn't really involved in her mother's what her mother's done for Argus, so she really doesn't know what she knows her mother's high up in Black Ops and stuff, but the lengths she would go. I guess she wasn't aware of that, and that's why she got from depression during this group. The group with Hardcore and Mern and the other guy. She started to learn about how they couldn't trust her mother, like because whether her mother was capable of dealing with the Suicide Squad movie.
Yeah, I mean, she's about to like kill the members, like when they were like going to face off against Starro. When she said, "No, don't do that."
Yeah. Yeah. So she was a bit of a bind because she wants to do good, but she also be loyal to her mother too. You know, very like. So it's a hard position for her because she has no experience, and you can tell Amanda Waller loves her too. You could tell like you think so. So you think Amanda Waller's cold. It's very cold, right? She gives you the impression that she's cold.
But like she has a soft spot, like especially if you watched like the Justice League animated show, like if you saw like the Batman Beyond like finale for like season 2 when like basically like she softened up because she saw the compassion Batman had for Ace and was like the world needs more Batman. Like that like warmed her heart, and you're starting to see James Gunn starting to give her a treatment that's different, but like shows that like Amanda Waller is not this cold-hearted government person.
Mm-mm. No,
Yeah, I agree with that.
Definitely. And we find out, that the team, well, Chris, John, and Vigilante find out that they're on a mission. They go, I think, was it to the farm?
Might have been.
Yeah, to the farm where everything is being done with the butterflies. With the cow, which is not what a cow. Everybody, it's not a cow. But on the way, you're being tracked by the clan because Peacemaker's father has tracking device in the helmet that Peacemaker wears, right? So that's how they're able to find him. You see them, the White Dragon, all of a sudden fly in the jetpack, crash into the truck, and the truck tips over, and then his father, I think, whips off the door and says, and then Chris realizes his father, and his father is there to kill him, obviously. And then you see the clan come out, and you see Vigilante have like a grenade. It tells Chris and John to run, right? The one into the forest.
But then like Vigilante took actually more of the damage.
Yes, he did, because it was like closer to him.
I thought he was gonna die in that scene, but luckily
Me too.
he didn't.
Me too. So Vigilante, it didn't really do anything because it more like distracted them because it didn't really take out anybody in the clan. Really, they were like barely. They weren't even hurt from it. It's more of a distraction for them, the two to go, right? So John and Chris. Chris realizes what got them tracked. It was the helmet, right? And the clan started to follow along with White Dragon. Yeah, man, I agree. I think I sent you a link in the DMs. And they realize so they put the tracking device on the raccoon, and you see Chris's face all messed up. So I think the raccoon kind of messed up his face, right? Because then we'll get back to that. Then we see the police, the butterflies invading the place. The detective, they confront Mern. I forgot what Mern said. That got him shot. But the one that took over the detective shot him. The female detective got shot him, and then you see the butterfly come out of Mern, and then she picked up the butterfly, and basically called the butterfly a traitor. They portrayed basically and crushed the butterfly, right? Like. But she didn't die. But the butterfly didn't really die on the spot because he saw Hardcore and Bio come in, and the butterfly is like, it's suffering, and then the butterfly died. And I think it was
fight on
yeah,
for me.
Yeah,
Keep the dream alive.
Yes. So how did you find the episode? We'll get back to the other stuff. The other half.
Oh, I thought the episode was tight. This show is changing my opinion, especially this episode about John Cena as an actor. Like, in all reality, John Cena to me never been a good actor, but this show is finally turning him into that. It's requiring him to try to put more effort and emotion into this story and everything. Uh, just like at the part when he saw his when he killed his dad, you know,
Yes.
when he killed his dad, it broke him because I always said this, you know, with kids and parents, like you can have parents that can be so heinous and do so much bad stuff, but us as kids, since there are parents who are tied to them by blood and there's that connection, it's hard to challenge the things that they do that are wrong or even go against it because those are our parents. And having him kill his dad that also hurt him because he didn't even want to do that. You know,
No.
he hates his dad. He thinks he's crap. He's just a shitty father. And he regrets, you know, never really challenging him or going against him. But he had to do what he had to do.
Yeah. Because he wanted his father's love. All he
Right.
wanted for this whole series is his father's appreciation from his love, basically. That's what he
And
wanted.
also he had to break free.
Yeah.
He had to break free from that little grasp that he had on him.
Yeah, and that's when Vigilante survived, passed out in the car. And then they're being tracked again because Vigilante had a bunch of helmets, Peacemaker helmets that had tracking devices. So they were able to find them. And then that's when and Chris was going to lose because among the White Dragon and the other KKK members, he was not going to survive this outcome. But all of a sudden, John, a diebeard, hero of the day, I'll say he's a hero of the day, not Chris, hero of the day, goes blazing out crazy with the machine gun, killing all the KKK members.
That's how Economos, yeah. Vigilante and Economos, you know, like I said, was a team effort. Peacemaker was Eagly didn't do as much as he did in the episode.
He was funny though.
The cops, you know, don't you think it's kind of strange how Eagly just straight up murdered the police, but these KKKs kind of like, hey, he doesn't go as hard.
You know, the thing he was doing most of this episode was like picking at Diebeard's butt.
Right, like he was really just like flying around. He really didn't do as much as last episode. But the moment when White Dragon basically just slapped, he slapped Eagle. I was like, bro, he literally just slapped Eagle. I thought he was dead. I was like,
oh yeah.
But I remembered because in the trailer, we never, you know, the scene where they're doing the walk together, and it's like he's not dead because they still do that walk as the team. They do the lineup, which they did in this episode.
Oh, yeah, and we saw Judo Master in this episode just hanging out by the gas station.
Oh, Judo Master, also another MVP of this episode. He was dope.
And those teenage kids,
yeah,
like making fun of him. He just lets them walk in. He waits for them. And he kicks the crap out of them. Still, it kicks their bag, whatever bag full of whatever.
Was that a Fortnite dance he did, or was he imitating him trying to like breathe? You know, the dude was gasping for air. Because I was sure if he was trying to like. It looked like he was doing the Fortnite dance, but also looked like he was making fun of him trying to catch his breath.
I like the clerk that was working here. It was like he gave him appreciation. Yeah, like a thumbs up.
I would have gave him a thumbs up too, because I bet those two went in there, was like messing with the clerk and just being a douchebag and saying some effed up stuff. It's like, good, you got those assholes. Thank you.
Oh really? Cool. Oh yeah, so when the White Dragon was fighting Chris, it was revealed that Chris is not straight, and it's revealed that he's.
I'll say this: I have no issue with him being bisexual.
Neither do I.
But this is my thing, because his father calls him, you know, I have to say it, a fag a lot, right? Even though, you know, and he could be calling him that. There's like those type of people call people that. But he used it in a hateful, like there's people who just say it and like they just call anybody that, like, but he says it in a hateful way, but it's not like, you know, because how would he probably just says that and just says it to, you know, demean him in a way.
It's lessing to him.
Yeah, right. Might could be messing with him, but hey, if he did sleep with some man, I got no issue with it. You know, hey, it's all good.
Yeah,
But it could also be him just like making up lies to get in his head, like, oh, you sleep with men and stuff, and he might really not just a goat.
Did you guys see like
What was
some
that,
of the
George?
subtitles for some of the like Klansmen? Like one person said something like "racist thug one," like when one
That was
racist
funny.
person's talking, and the other one's like something about like a wanker, like
Yeah, racist wanker was on.
racist wanker. Like I didn't watch it with subtitles, but I saw like something like on the internet like that. I'm like, yo, they're not holding back, and I like how like outside of White Dragon, the Klansmen are really just a bunch of like guys in like regular clothes and white hoods just running around like a bunch of lunatics.
I actually expected this. I kind of wish we got more of Peacemaker just like straight up killing them, because I Peacemaker action wise didn't really do a lot. Like he was fairly kind of like downplayed with the combat.
That's true.
I kind of wish he had more like KKK enforcers just for them to like unleash on and let Peacemaker go ham and just
It's
go
very
crazy.
James Gunn like action wise, like with the main character.
Yeah.
He usually in this and so his father was having the upper hand, but then he gets the upper hand, and his father was basically like saying you don't have the guts to kill him, right? And he just shoots him in the head, like my thumbnail right here. I know people have issue with this because it's spoiling. I'm sorry, but it's on streaming service. You can watch it. It's only about 35 minutes long. Well, actually, it's about 35 to 40 minutes long.
The episode been out since Thursday night too.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I agree with one of my friends. If it's on a streaming service, you could watch it. Like you could watch it. It's not really spoiling it. Okay.
I mean, at this point, you can watch it for free because once it released on streaming, you can find it high definition anywhere else.
Yeah,
exactly. You don't want to pay for it.
Yeah. And exactly. And look, and everybody knew. I think everybody knew had from the first episode that Peacemaker was going to kill his father, because that's the only logical solution for Chris for his arc.
Honestly, this is this is me kind of having my little wishful thinking. I was thinking like I knew they was going to fight, right?
Yeah.
I was thinking like, what if White Dragon was going to like get that realization, like I've been a bad father. Oh my gosh! I was thinking that. Like I was thinking, what if they do that? But yeah, I was thinking they was going to do that, but they didn't. I'm glad they didn't. But I was thinking they was going to do that. I just had that thought.
I was thinking that too for a little bit, and I'm like, nope. When he went to prison, that's not happening. When he go, no. And then the moment he said, "I wish you were like basically never born," I'm like, nope. This guy is not doesn't have a change of heart.
Yo, this guy, like, honestly, like, as far as like villains go, like in superhero shows and movies, like, there's not one redeeming quality about this guy. Like, his whole life, he's basically been a racist.
Yeah, look, we like villains in our movies and shows, right? And sometimes we don't like to see them get killed, and sometimes we do. But the DC, Marvel, whatever, I say mostly DC. I don't see like seeing Joker get killed or Lex Luthor or other villains in DC get killed. But this guy, he needed to get killed. This guy deserved it. This guy deserved to get killed. Okay, for the way he treats his son and his. And I'm sorry if I get a little opinionated politically, but his beliefs. Those beliefs are not political. I'm sorry.
They're inhumane beliefs. Like it has nothing to do with being right or left. It's about like, are you a human and care about humanity? Like it doesn't matter what your politics are, who you vote for. Like if like you got to care for other people, regardless of their beliefs, their skin color, their sexuality, their religion. Like this guy represents the worst of humanity. And I have to say, James Gunn has done such a great job of writing these terrible fathers. Like, remember Ego from Guardians 2?
Oh.
Yo, he was another one that, like, once you found out, like, he basically killed Quill's mom, like, with that cancer.
Gave her cancer. Like, oh, my God.
I was like, honestly, this guy's probably one of the most irredeemable villains in the MCU.
And not just that. Remember how many sires he had? You know how many kids he saw? He made with a bunch of women from different planets.
Yeah,
and he killed the kids because they weren't. Yeah.
Like honestly, like these guys make like I hate to say they make Thanos Dad of the Year. Some of these guys.
No, but the thing is, Thanos actually cared about Gamora.
Yo, like he cried.
Even though he sacrificed her, he actually cared.
like, but yeah, like they make Thanos look like Dad of the Year
Yeah.
for crying out loud.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's true. That's true because he actually did care, even though he sacrificed Gamora for because of the Soul Stone for bigger purpose, obviously for the universe. He you could see he felt really upset, maybe he was hurt by sacrificing Gamora because he was actually crying. And
And then
remember,
like he was gonna start to have a change of heart with Nebula before Thor cut his head off. And remember, in the 2014 timeline during Endgame, like he said, "Hey, I'll give you a second chance to prove yourself." So like Thanos like was at least like more willing to give his kids chances.
yes, I mean he didn't make. Look, Thanos is cruel. He's
Yeah,
cruel,
he
but
was cruel, but like as far as like a father, like at least
yeah,
like
yes,
compared to Ego and White Dragon, like those guys are pieces of garbage.
yes, Thanos. Yeah, Thanos to me is one of those villains. That's like you don't agree with his what you don't agree with his stuff, and you could feel for him because he does care about certain people like Gamora and maybe Nebula. Um, and I think he cares about where he came from, what happened to his planet, what happened to his people, if he's eternal or a deviant. But where he came from, how his beliefs were inspired by what happened to him on his planet. What planet was it? Titan, right? It was not a
Yeah,
planet. It was a moon. It was a moon, right? It was a moon for Saturn, I believe, that it came from. Um, but yeah, Thanos is somebody like you don't agree with him, but you can understand him and you can sympathize with him. Like we're this guy, we're a White Dragon. I'm sorry, but there's no way you can sympathize with this guy. Nothing there is redeemable for him.
Yeah, like he's just like a real like piece of garbage.
Oh yeah, he's a big piece of garbage.
I mean, like
um,
really, Peacemaker's kind of become like the show A Tale of Two Families. Like you got Chris and his family, then you've got like Amanda Waller's family. Like you've got like two different like family stories going on here.
and then we saw them after that battle with the KKK and the father. We see them eagerly whatever his name, the bird, the eagle was hurt badly, and then they take him to a veterinarian. And that's where the team meets up. Myrn is obviously dead, and they have to regroup, become a new plan. And they kind of make Hardcore the new leader of the team. And then, but Chris wasn't there at that when they made her the leader of the team because he was praying to eagerly, hopefully, to recover. And then remember what's the first episode I believe about did not believe that that eagerly hugged Chris. But in this episode, we finally seen it, and she finally believed it, right? Like
Yeah.
with her eyes, yeah. And that was great. That was great. But you can tell Chris does not trust this. The trust between him and Bio is broken because he's really pissed at her.
Yeah, he was like
Yeah.
He said what did he tell again? Oh, I don't he said I hope we get done with this quick so I have to see your dumb stupid face again.
Yeah. Because of the diary stuff, and because those two were having like of the group, they were like the closest of having a bond. Their bond was greater than the other members. Maybe Hardcore.
Yeah, so at the
almost?
end of it, so
Yeah.
basically that diary, like at the end of it, they was after let's say they completed this task and defeated the cow and all that, they were just gonna frame him in the end if that's the case, right?
Yeah, because
Okay.
it's easy, right? Because it's easy to frame the criminal.
Right.
Yeah.
Pin whatever loose ends on him.
And then we see the ending, and you see the farm underneath the farm where they're making that whatever the liquid, the butterfly's knee, the ooze, whatever it is, and we finally see the creature the creature that provides them with their food source, and it's one ugly motherfucker.
It looks like the thing from Monster versus Alien, the giant orange bug thingy. It looked like that, but not less furry.
Oh yeah, I mean, okay, Yeah,
Hey,
that's
do
an
you
episode.
think the cow's gonna talk, or do you think it's just gonna be like just a non-sentient talking being like that doesn't talk? A non-sentient being that doesn't talk. I think it's
That
gonna.
one.
You think it's gonna talk?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I mean,
But I think it may say something, and if it is not is gonna be like it's not gonna be anyone with a deep voice like Sylvester Stallone. It's gonna be like the squeaky is. It's gonna be basically a cow with a squeaker voice.
I mean, if
Yeah.
anyone can pull it off, if it does talk, it's gonna be James Gunn. I mean, this is the guy that was able to pull off a talking raccoon in Guardians, a killer, like a talking shark in the Suicide Squad. Like he could probably pull it off.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just wonder who may be voicing it, or maybe they may not kill the cow. Maybe they might help it. They might see it's like being mistreated because the cow doesn't look like it wants to be there. It doesn't. It didn't look happy. I'll say that much.
Like I'm gonna know what planet the butterflies came from and like how that creature, like where that creature
Yeah,
came
because
from.
I'm thinking they're not the Reach anymore. Like I
They're
don't think
not to reach. Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, I'm sorry, Blind
they're
Braille.
not the Reach.
I'm sorry, Blind Braille. I know we did a video on this. Thinking seeing that theory that might be the reach, but I'm starting to think it's not the reach anymore because they really haven't done anything with the device that Chris found in like in
Right.
the first few episodes could imply Blue Beetle. They haven't really like, gone back to that.
He still has the spaceship too.
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
I
it's
know.
at the technically they got it raided at his apartment, so at his trailer, so he probably lost it. Maybe the aliens took it back.
Oh, cause
Well,
yeah,
the Asian officer didn't take it. The police definitely confiscated it.
but they weren't butterflies at the time. But they could have took it as evidence, and when it
Right.
became butterflies, yeah, they could have done something with it. Yeah,
But it's like maybe it may not be out of the realm of possibility that ship, all this stuff can still be linked to the Reach, and they just haven't fully explained or said who they are, because they do want to invade and take over, but they haven't really explained why they're trying to do this specifically. You know,
I mean, like maybe if they could say their planet is dying or something like that, like give
right?
us a
Because they haven't
reason.
got to that yet.
I mean, but how many times have we heard that in DC universe? That our planet's dying. That's where we're moving here. I mean, that's like pretty much almost every alien storyline, like in the DC universe. Right? Aliens come to Earth, almost right.
But see, and this is the thing, Mern. Well, you know, I'm just calling him Mern. I'm gonna call that Butterfly Mern because his name is complicated.
Yeah.
The Butterfly's real name, but like, he was a good one. Like he was against the invasion, so maybe there's more like him. I know he can't be the only one that's against this invasion. I think there's more. Might be more on the planet.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yes.
Mhm.
But if if it's just a regular alien invasion, I'm fine with that too. But I was really hoping this was going to be the Reach. I was like, it has to be Blue Beetle. Blue Beetle is connected to Peacemaker, but they're not connecting the way I think it's going to connect now. Because I thought Peacemaker was going to be setting up Blue Beetle, because Blue Beetle's dropping next year, or maybe it might still. It may just still do that because there's possibilities. Because I'm thinking,
Yeah.
Ted Cord's around. They showed in the concept art Blue Beetle Ted Cord. I was thinking, what if Ted Cord helped out the White Dragon or helped give him resources to build his little pocket dimension where he goes to his secret base? Because it didn't seem like back in the past when they were doing this regular stuff and having their kids fight that he would be able to be knowledgeable and stuff. Like maybe he used to have some type of working relationship with Ted Cord Industries or Blue Beetle, and when he used to be a vigilante before he got caught up and actually exposed for the stuff he did wrong, and he was going around, he was targeting blacks and many other people because of their skin color. When he was a vigilante, White Dragon, maybe he was working with Blue Beetle back in the day.
Mhm.
Just maybe. I mean,
It's a
it's just
possibility.
a thought. I don't possibility. I feel like that I'm trying to look for those Blue Beetle connections. It has to be here.
I know.
This final episode. If there's no
Yeah.
Blue Beetle connection or nothing, then this
mean-
is not setting Blue Beetle.
I mean, for the 8th episode, the finale, right? Like, there is rumors going around, but there is rumors going on. There is a certain Suicide Squad character coming back. Apparently, it might be Deadshot. Will Smith might be appearing. That's just a rumor.
Might be Ratcatcher.
Who reported the Deadshot rumor? Because there's certain people on the internet that you gotta watch out for, like when they say the stuff.
I don't know who it is. It's not who you think. It's not who you think it is, George. It's not from them.
Okay, because the person that I'm thinking of like already made some kind
No.
of bizarre claim the next couple of days, but I just want to make sure this is not the same source.
It's not. It's not. Look, the thing is, Will Smith is not fired from Warner Brothers. He just couldn't do it because he had other stuff to do. He wasn't available at the time. He did say he's open to air cut, but he also did say before that he's always open coming back as
Oh yeah,
Deadshot.
yeah. He's definitely ready to.
Yeah, I know. I just
I think
wanna,
though, I think if they bring him back, I have no issue with Deadshot come back. I like Deadshot in Suicide Squad 2016, even though the movie was just one big music video and it wasn't really good. But
Yes, it
I like
was.
him in that movie.
him and Harley Quinn were like the only two developed characters, in my opinion, in that film.
Dude, it was a music video. Like all the music, literally in the intro, they waste all the music and stuff. They play all the music, everything. They just play it. Boom, 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 boom. They hit you with it. That's why I remember it as the big music video.
I mean, I like to see Deadshot back. Like maybe as like, I don't know, maybe as like his own series. Maybe I think you could do a Deadshot series because if you know the comics of Deadshot, there's a lot with Deadshot in the comics.
Or like you can do a straight up a villain show between Deadshot and Bloodsport. And they're like working together, doing schemes and stuff, robbing banks or taking odd jobs, or like you can.
Deadshot wants to provide for his kids, his daughter. Right. Bloodsport the same thing, even though Bloodsport's more of it's a worse dad than Deadshot because Deadshot like
you could tell Bloodsport is kind of like, I get the best example. Have you played Red Dead Redemption 2?
Yes, I have.
Arthur. Before his wife died, he had a kid, but he would pop up every once in a while to check in on him. Mm-hmm. He's that kind of father. He's not really there, but he cares, but he's just not there.
He's mean to his daughter because he doesn't want his daughter to see him in prison and stuff.
Right.
Like
he doesn't.
Where Deadshot like it's different because Deadshot really like she shows affection for his daughter and he like and
he still wants to do all his bad stuff, but he wants to be around his daughter.
Yeah, because that's Deadshot in a nutshell.
Do it.
That's Deadshot in the comics too.
Yeah,
it's a tale of two different fathers. Like one father that like his daughter loves him despite the bad that he does, and another daughter that basically like is very bitter towards him.
Because his daughter doesn't, because Deadshot's daughter doesn't see Deadshot as totally a bad guy. Because look, Floyd Lawton, he's a criminal, he's an assassin, but he's more of a shades of gray kind of character because there is good in him. Because if you don't pay him, he's not going to do the job for you. He has morals.
Yeah, but also it sounds like, if you remember in Deadshot's introduction, Suicide Squad, it sounded like the mom was the deadbeat of the family because she was like making, because he was like saying, shouldn't she be taking care of you, not the other way around, kind of thing.
That's true.
Yeah. So like if anything, like Deadshot was the caring parent in that relationship, despite the bad that he had to do in order to provide for her.
Yeah, I like how Batman it's like, I don't want to do this in front of your daughter, and like,
especially in an alleyway.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, because it's very narrow, right? And like things could go wrong with the.
Well, not just that. Like it was an alleyway that his parents died.
Was it Crime Alley? The same one?
I don't know if it wasn't the same one, but like just the fact that this was in an alley, like, and the kind of symbolism like that he has to like take in a father in an alley in front of his kid.
Because something. Yeah, exactly. I know what you mean. Because like, say Deadshot does manage to get something off, right, and Batman deflects it or something, it can easily hit Deadshot's daughter.
Yeah,
And
or it can
Batman's,
or can hit him again, and it's like
yeah,
another kid witnesses their father
yeah,
getting shot in an alley,
well,
and
yeah,
it's like the exact opposite of what Batman wants.
and that's why people. That's why I don't like how Batman. I don't like when Batman say Batman. Oh, he should kill. I'm like, did you just see that scene in Suicide Squad when he didn't kill Deadshot? He could have killed him. I mean, I know it's in front of his daughter, but like, but I think that was right. Like he
You
didn't
got
doesn't
you
kill
got
the
you
villain.
you got to have like
Yeah,
you got to have some morals. Like even I don't know. Honestly, it was kind of
it's
weird.
okay. You want to come in, Eddie? You can come in.
It was
Yeah,
kind of
go ahead.
weird to me in that movie that Batman waited to arrest him right in front of his daughter. Like he could have picked any other time when he was by himself to do that. Like
Because Deadshot wasn't like in his costume. He wasn't like in his actual
right.
Deadshot costume. He just
I
had
mean,
he had like
I'm
he was
not saying
prepared, but
I'm not saying don't
Hmm.
arrest him, but like it's kind of weird that Batman would do that when Deadshot wasn't hurting anybody.
Amanda Waters' fault. Remember, she tipped him off.
Right.
Batman.
Well, I'm okay with her tipping him out, but like I
Mm.
just thought it was kind of weird that he waited to do that at that moment. The daughters with
Yeah.
the dad, and they're just relaxing. He wasn't hurting anybody at the moment. Not saying Deadshot is a good person, but he wasn't
Hey, Eddie.
doing nothing to
Eddie!
anybody. He could have waited. What up, Eddie?
So, Eddie, what do you think of this episode?
Oh yes, James Gunn always makes better content than Snyder. I always said that from the beginning. I'm just joking. I know everybody knows I like Snyder stuff. I just like making fun of him because why not?
Oh, yeah. We like let's get it straight. I like Snyder stuff. I like some of his stuff too, but it's
Yeah.
not Snyder that we have a problem with.
The fandom, I know it's fandom.
Yeah.
No,
For me, it's the Vision and the fandom. Well, not
Yeah.
sometimes it's some of the stuff from the Vision,
but it's not
Vision,
Snyder
yeah.
as a person. Snyder's a person got nothing against him.
When it comes to BVS, then I can probably talk a little bit of some shit. But no. When it comes to Peacemaker, no, I like episode 7 a lot. There's lots of good stuff in there, lots of emotion. And people say that I keep saying Zack Snyder. Fuck, I should have never mentioned it. James Gunn can't do anything but like jokes and shit like that. Or in this case, when it comes to DC sex jokes, even though that's not true. But no, he brought real emotion to this episode. Seeing Chris's backstory, see what happened to Keith, his brother. Now he accidentally killed him. I was like, oh fuck. And then went from that transition to the intro. My mouth was wide open. I was like, bro, how did you have this silly ass intro after he just killed his brother?
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Wait, let me ask you guys a question.
Like I have my head.
To say this. I have to say this real quick.
Yeah.
Peacemaker's brother. Oh my gosh. He can't even take one punch. I know it's effed up, but one punch he defeated his brother. I was like, oh my goodness. Just punched.
I mean, what was his brother on? His brother had to be on something because, like, a punch
he had to
can
be
make
on
you.
something because, like, he started foaming out of his mouth. I know him. I know the dirt didn't do it when he fell on the ground.
I mean,
he didn't hit
a
a
punch
rock
could not make you foam.
Maybe it was
punch-
like, a hard ass punch could. I don't know, that could kill you. But maybe,
I mean, they should have revealed something. Like, what happened? Like, did they say what really killed his brother? Because it wasn't the punch. I'm sorry, it was not the punch.
Like what health ailments the brother might have had.
Yeah.
I think it was probably long-term damage because they look like they probably did that shit a lot too. So all that stuff adds up to your body, like getting constantly hit. So that's probably, his body was probably already messed up after all those times they fought each other. So I don't know. Like I said, it could have just been one good ass punch to that.
I mean, but this
with the one good punch of peace.
Yeah.
He told him peace out.
Man, that's just crazy. But no, there's lots of emotion. Even when it came to obviously this is spoilers when this guy Augie died, White Dragon when Peacemaker. Look, I expected him to kill him, but like I still didn't. Like I was still shocked when I saw it because he was like, oh, you're not gonna kill me, you pussy, and then he shot him. I was like, oh.
That was great.
Yeah, it was good though because it showed John Cena's acting because people were saying he's a bad actor, but I don't believe that because he's been in some good roles before. But no, here he definitely that scene when he broke down and started crying. I made a joke about it that was better than Henry Cavill's scene in Man of Steel when he cried.
I was gonna ask that. Like, were you the one that shared that, Eddie? Because I thought
did. No, it was me.
You or someone else.
It was me.
This is a show where John Cena is going to get more leading roles because they know he could actually do more than just be the tough guy, no nonsense actor, you know, and this comedy like guy. I'm personally going to say this. I think he's actually, if he does more of this stuff, he'd be better at it than Batista.
Yeah,
because more natural to him.
Right, and it's like these moments where that's not seeing like John Cena. He kind of shoots himself in the foot because he does a lot of comedies, stuff that really doesn't require your acting. While Peacemaker is a comedy, but when James Gunn does his Guardians is a comedy, Guardians 2, Suicide, they're all comedy superhero movies, but he makes sure to have that emotion there. Something to make you something to get you connected to these characters. He always does that in his superhero comedies, and Peacemaker is just even more proof of that. And establishing that emotional connection with these characters is what he does in his comedies to get you attached to these characters. Because a lot of comedies do this. They have a lot of emotion in them. But James Gunn makes sure to have that emotion to get you attached.
If people watch sitcoms, if you watch sitcoms from all the way up from like 70s, 80s, and 90s, yeah, sitcoms are meant to be funny, but there's always underlying meanings to sitcoms. It's always about life experience, dealing with issues in the world. That's what this is. You can relate to this show about Peacemaker, just like that. And what were you gonna say, George?
The question is, for some of these like over the top Snyder Bros, do they really enjoy sitcoms? Like, it sounds like they want everything dark and serious.
Yeah, I mean, like
do they understand sitcoms?
No, because they're already used to a specific tone and certain dialogue when it comes to Snyder's movies. Like his movies, they do have comedy, but they're more serious and more realistic, despite being, obviously comic book movies that have these ridiculous characters that should, in a sense, be silly. But no, once you see sex jokes, even though it's hardly that when it comes to Peacemaker, and then it's the adult humor, they're like, this is garbage. Who asked for this and all that? And it's like, damn, like. We need different. We can have different tones and different styles in the DCU. Not everything has to be fucking bland cutter. Whatever Snyder does to his filters in his movies and some other bullshit.
Snyder's films always tend to be depressing. Always a depressing mood set. Like his films, like if it was 300, the good guys don't win. I mean, obviously. It was a great film, but they don't win. Watchmen. We saw the Watchmen film and graphic novel. We know what happens in that. I guess BVS, even though they do defeat Doomsday, we lose Superman. Man of Steel, even though Man of Steel does come up on top, Superman does come on top, kills Zod, but he starts to face repercussions of the city. He never makes the people happy leaving the theater. And to me, superheroes, while you can have some films where like where Infinity War leads to Endgame, of course, it makes sense. For some superhero films where you can have like not a good ending, not a
dread. You gotta have dread and some darkness every once in a while or serious stuff. But like
exactly,
the superhero films are just depressing. Watching, I understand why that one would be more depressing because that's a lot more grittier. Because the character you're dealing with is a lot more grounded. Well, yes, Dr. Manhattan isn't, but it's a lot more grounded. Grounded heroes in a far more realistic world where vigilantes, there was a law passed to stop vigilantes because vigilantism is, in the real world, illegal. Like, I understand why Watchmen played out the way it did and why it ended so dreadfully. And, Rorschach died like that way. Like, I understand it. It makes sense. This is how you should do this story. But Man of Steel, BVS, you should have hope at the end of these. And it's not really there,
Yes, exactly. Superhero movies should be, most of the time, people come out of the theater happy.
Right. And it just depends on the character, too. Like, Punisher's a superhero. But, if you get a Punisher movie, you're supposed to get a depressing movie.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, you're supposed to get that. You're supposed to get an action-packed, gritty, depressing movie.
Yeah.
But we're mainly gonna be there watching for the action.
Or like a sense of optimism at
Yes.
least. Like it doesn't have to be a happy ending, but like there's got to be like a sense of optimism that even though the ending may not be happy, like the future can be bright in the long term.
Yeah.
Like if you
Yeah,
look
like at
at
the
like
uh
the
go
first
ahead, Joe.
Spider-Man movie directed by like Sam Raimi, like yeah, it didn't end on a high note, but there was a sense of optimism that hey, in the long term things can possibly get better.
Mm-hmm.
And this is my thing, like going back to Man of Steel real quick. I think for me, real quick, I think Man of Steel is one of Snyder's more cohesive DCEU movies that's very much focused on one plot, doesn't do too much. It's
I
more
agree.
focused. I saw some issues with it. But like Indiana Man of Steel, the whole thing was with Jonathan Kent. He never really wanted Clark to expose his powers and stuff. He wanted Clark to kind of just, at some point reveal himself to the world. But honestly, we know he really didn't want that. And you get to the end of the movie where they try to have a little optimistic thing, and Lois and Martha Kent is his grave talking about, yeah, your father always wanted this. I'm like, what? Like, you guys remember that at the end with your father's like, John, this was John's wish. It was his dream. Like, no, it wasn't. He didn't
To
want
bury
Clark
him
to save
so
children.
young.
Yeah.
It's like he didn't even want Clark to use his powers to save children. He
The
did not
dialogue.
want.
I'll say this: most of the dialogue of Snyder's films are not that good.
Yeah,
And
I just want to make
because
something
Jonathan Kent didn't want his son to be a
Yeah.
superhero either. That was never a thought when he was growing up that his
No.
son could be a superhero. That was never a thought. And at the
exactly.
end of the movie, he said Jonathan Kent wanted all of this. Like, no, he didn't. Stop lying.
I want to make something clear. Like, I do love Man of Steel in the Snyder Cut, but I'm just pointing out, like, they're not the best movies like people are making them to be like. Like, they're not the goats like
No.
Gerald was trying to make last year. Like,
Yeah, I mean, they're like I say, Man of Steel to me out of the three is the best of his DCU movies that are, it's not so convoluted of a story. Has
Well, no,
issues,
like-
but it's not so convoluted if you
Yes.
compare it to Zack
Like,
Snyder's Justice League or BVS.
I'll take Man of Steel over most MCU origin movies. Like, I do love Man of Steel. I love the Snyder Cut. I said like Snyder Cut was my second favorite superhero movie of last year. It was one of my top 3 favorite movies of 2021. But again, like, it's not like the greatest like some people like to make it out.
That's the thing about Jonathan Kent in the film. The thing is, Jonathan Kent in the comics or in the show, he's always been optimistic about always had optimistic about Superman Clark that he should use his powers for good, and his upbringing for Clark, his raising Clark, is the reason Clark became the Superman we know in the comics and in the shows, the cartoons, and the Christopher Reeves. It's all because of Jonathan Kent and Martha too. But Jonathan Kent in particular. This is the exact opposite.
Oh yeah, I agree. Like that scene, I get the scene in Man of Steel where he let his dad die, but in my head I was like, damn, you really had to do it though. Like
Yeah.
I don't know, it's weird to me because I do feel a sense of emotion from that scene, but in my head I still can't wrap my head around it. I was like, damn, you really just let your dad die. Like I get it why you couldn't save him and shit, because obviously, and then people would have found out who you were, and then it would make things more complicated for you to have a normal life and shit. Especially because he was a teenager there too, so obviously he was still adolescent. But still, I'm like, oh my god, you really couldn't have.
I've always preferred Jonathan Kent dying of a heart attack over what they did in Man of Steel because, like, I feel like with
any
that,
sickness
it's like,
in general, like a sickness,
because
something out of his
that's
control.
something Superman cannot save, like, or prevent.
I know why they did it, because they're afraid. Because like in Jonathan Kent's mind, if he does use his power, somebody will see it and then will contact the government and want to do like the typical alien thing. The government gets word of aliens. They want to do scientific research on the alien, like perform studies like in the laboratory. That's the reason. I understand that's the reason Jonathan Kent did that. But yeah, it's kind of stupid. I mean, he could have got away with a super speed. If he had super speed, he got away with it.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he just didn't know how to use his powers, to be honest, like that much. So it's like maybe that's why he didn't think of using super speed. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I get to see him at the same time. Like, damn. I mean, look, it was good acting, especially with Henry Cavill when he did that fucking ugly cry. But still, I was like,
How did it up? Okay, that's how did Tom Welling Superman get away with it? Clark can't get away with it as a teenager. He was able to get away with it easily. I mean,
they had to
seriously.
for the plot of the show, though. If they would have found him out from the beginning, you wouldn't have had those 10 seasons.
Exactly. But maybe Zack Snyder should have watched up Smallville.
Oh god.
Even though I always had issues with Tom Welling's, little dumb complaints about not putting on a Superman suit.
Yeah.
His Clark Kent always was solid. His Superboy, he's Superboy to me. He's not Superman at the end, but his Superboy through all those seasons was solid, and his Clark Kent amazing. He was Clark Kent because he always had that sense of urgency to go out and help people, and his dad was encouraging him, like do what you're doing. Like, I'm totally fine with it, but just be more careful. Like, with the football stuff, just tell him be careful. Like, use your speed. Don't make sure you don't get caught. Just be careful. But
it makes sense. So, with great power comes great responsibility. Obviously, you can't say that shit. You're about to get sued and shit. But yeah, that's basically how it was in Smallville. Which that certain phrase.
Yo, basically, Smallville was like them trying to say, we want to have a teenage superhero show, but we can't use Spider-Man. Let's use Superman.
Yeah, and hey, I ain't gonna lie. I thought it was kind of because they was like doing Justice and stuff and trying to set up so much things. He's not even Superman yet, but it's like for this little non-canon thing, it worked. Well, it is technically it's part of the DC universe right now since it's all canon. So it's technically it's canon to an extent.
I mean, it is what it is. It's hard to like shows like that though, because it took him forever to be fucking Superman.
10 seasons.
And like you already have people like Green Arrow, freaking Aquaman, all these people already around.
Dr. Fate also in it.
Yeah, Dr. Fate, and him still struggling to be Superman. That's why Superman Lois is a good example because he was already Superman for double-digit years already. This is like him towards the end of his. This is basically him being middle-aged and shit, being Superman already, and having kids and all that stuff. That's what I like about the show. Is you don't have to do no orange and shit. You just you're already there with the plot. Everyone already knows who he is. He's the top superhero in the world.
Yeah, that's why you really had to be there growing up with it to like really get invested into it. I totally don't blame anybody if they don't want to like binge the seasons again. I don't blame them, but like if they want to, go ahead, because I recently binged Walking Dead and that has 11 seasons, but it's a different type of medium that you're getting into compared to Smallville, which is a superhero show.
Yeah, I get that. And like I said, I don't like that shit too about not wearing the suit. And I was like, come on, guy, you're Superman. That reminds me of
come back in the crossover to put on the suit. I'm like, but
no, he didn't have powers anymore. He gave him up and shit. I was like, what the fuck?
I'm curious. What do you guys prefer, the Arrowverse or Smallville?
Smallville.
I prefer the Arrowverse because in its beginnings it was top tier until it turned to shit.
There's parts of the I like, but I prefer Smallville as more.
No, but something about Smallville though, I know they're coming out with because they already announced it, that animated show that's gonna be set in that same world. So we're gonna see him as Superman, when he becomes Superman. So at least we'll have that, like. The people who wanted to see him with the suit and do all that Superman shit, at least get to see him now
I just
in
feel like
animated form.
Smallville, I feel like Smallville has this dark cloud over it because of Allison Mack.
Oh no, they're not even gonna.
Is that the chick who got in trouble with the thing?
Yeah, like I remember I was watching like some kind of like Smallville like Skype reunion or something, and I was like, there's an apparent elephant in this room.
She was too.
Yeah, they weren't even gonna mention her name. Hell no, fucking sex cult trafficking bullshit. Hell no.
Are they gonna recast her for like this animated thing? Are they gonna even include that character?
Nah.
Well, she was the original. Wait. She was one to play Lois, right? Or was she Chloe?
Chloe.
Oh, Yeah, oh, well, she is an original character. They can easily get rid of her.
Yeah, the thing about it too is not to compare
Chloe
what
ain't,
happened in real
Chloe
life,
ain't
but
nobody.
she got off with that bullshit. It's like, damn, like just that's crazy. But yeah, they're not gonna have her in the show. They're probably gonna replace original character with another original character. Like I said, it's all animated. Even when they do include that character, it could just be a different voice. But yeah, they like this. I guess this is a win for Smallville fans who wanted to see Superman.
Hey, but Smallville to me is still legendary. I love it.
Yeah, it is.
It was like that. That was my I can't really say what it was. It was like it was just my thing. It was like that thing you pretty much you wait to watch every single week. It's like you have to be there. You have to watch it. You have to be there for every single episode. You couldn't miss it. It's like that was my show.
No, that's like I said. That's when I was talking about the Arrowverse. That's how I used to be too. With the Flash, with how people were just hyping it up every time it was on, or the early season of the Arrow, and then the other shows were being brought in for their first season. People were like, "Oh, this." I still remember the debates back then that the Arrowverse was better than the DCU. I remember that.
I remember that too.
People don't haven't said that shit in years, but I remember all the debates back then and how much people.
I don't even know what
the universe.
I don't even know what CW is doing because they're getting like these different multiverses now. Like so,
in my opinion, they had to just end it. Like they're wasting like good concepts on the CW. Most of the shit should be on HBO Max. I swear, I think Superman Lois should have been a straight no Arrowverse tied HBO Max show. It would have been so.
Well, I think soon, if you guys heard their CW is being sold, I think that stuff is going to soon be on HBO Max because like this is how I look at it. CW was like WB's little side things. Like he's like, thank you for making us some money. We're gonna put it in the pot. Here's your little take. Yeah. Cool. Go make some more stuff. Get us some more money because we don't really need you, but just get us some more money.
Yeah.
But did we know the DC stuff is the most profitable stuff from the CW? That's what makes the most money. Those shows make the most money on that platform. So
are they still going through with that Powerpuff Girls thing?
Yeah.
Oh no, they are.
No, they are.
Oh, I don't know. There's stuff they are. I never did. Didn't the lead actress drop out?
Yeah, like Chloe Bennett, I think.
No, she dropped out, but they haven't announced the replacement. But I'm pretty sure they already filmed a pilot episode. It's just that they're gonna redo it because of all the shit that was leaked about it, and people were like,
"Oh, that's so bad."
I remember making a video about it. I was reading the whole script, and even I was getting mad and shit. I was like, "What the fuck?" Then I ended the video after like a couple pages and shit. No, I was pissed off. I was like, "What the fuck? This is a Powerpuff Girls." I was getting mad. Shit. What? They're redoing the pilot with another actor because Chloe Bennett couldn't do the reshoots and all that other bullshit.
Hey, this is what they're gonna do. They're gonna show that first episode, then they're gonna flashpoint the second episode.
They're gonna flashpoint to the second episode.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. That would have been the most noticeable thing ever. They would have did that shit.
So it's like we gotta get Chloe out of here. How are we gonna do it? Flashpoint. Just flashpoint.
I guess Powerpuff Girls is in the DCU, man. In all honesty, that's going to be a hard ass show to do because I'm pretty sure some of the CGI is going to look ass too. Because think about it though, like, look, I'm trying to, because think. Let me wait till he's done laughing so I can bring my point. Cause now I'm thinking about that shit too. But no, when it comes to the Powerpuff Girls, think about it. All three of them are basically like Superman. They can fly. They have super strength. Some of them have laser beams. Some of them have ice breath and shit like that. Super speed. So think about that shit. Like how did they do that show? They have basically all three of them are pretty much Superman. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. I was like, how do they do that show?
They're gonna wish they can get the Superman lowest budget.
Nah, I know that's not gonna be the
They gonna have,
Superman
like-
lowest budget.
They're gonna have like
Well,
a small percentage of the Superman lowest budget to do what they need to do.
Oh my
But don't like Warner
gosh.
Brothers kind of like Warner Media own Powerpuff Girls in DC, so it's like if they have the power, they could possibly like cross.
Oh, yeah, they
like,
can cross it
stuff
over if they want.
Like they crossed Scooby Doo over with Batman.
Nah, I have a feeling that all the CGI, all that special effects shit, it looks so stupid.
Yo, I just found a way to like upset Snyder fans. Crossover Ben Affleck's Batman with James Gunn's Scooby Doo.
Oh my god!
Like
no,
live
how- Nah, I don't even know about that. I was, but no, when it comes to, I'm gonna review the first episode of Powerful Girls to see how it is. But if that shit's garbage, I'm gonna flat out have a rant video and shit on YouTube about it. But we just have to wait and see.
I mean,
it.
even though I read the script, it was trash.
No, it was
I
trash.
do have to say it acted out because maybe if they deliver it well, I may not hate it, but that's
why they're doing the pilot or the re-pilot thing. So because everyone was like, what kind of shit is this? This is some fucking. It sounds more like a fucking hub parody and shit than actual Powerpuff Girls. So
I
people
wonder
like
that script too, because it was somebody from the inside that leaked that script.
Yeah, because that shit was like
somebody wanted that to get ruined.
I get it that the girls are more adult now, but it's like, what kind of shit is this? Like, this is kind of unacceptable and shit.
Yeah, because like they was talking about because like I think Buttercup was sleeping with another girl, and then Bubbles got mad.
Yeah, it was like some.
I was like, oh my god,
it was like the most ratchet ghetto shit I ever read.
Right, I was like, this shit is so bad and ratchet, especially if you look at the behind the scenes. Remember when Chloe Bennett her takeoff when she was flying and stuff? I was like, that looks so bad. That's how you're gonna take off when you're flying. It's so derpy. And their costumes aren't even that good. Like they're still dressing like they're elementary girls.
I said that shit. I was like, what the hell you? I mean, I think probably ought to get more modern clothes. But in my head, I was like, oh, you guys,
oh my god.
That's what I said. It sounded like more like a porn parody. But no, when I saw that shit, I was like, come on, that's not Powerpuff Girls. I don't know, like you. The fact that it's like adult humor and some other shit too. I was like, damn, like you're not gonna have kids seeing this shit. Like, what's going on? Like, this would be some
CW
interesting stuff.
Everything the CW touches goes to ruin.
I
mean,
like
what did Jameson say? No Way Home. Everything Spider-Man touches gets ruined. Like everything CW touches gets ruined.
I mean, no, they put out some good content. It's just like I think it's over with. Like stop making DC shit. It's like you're wasting money and shit like that could have been done in movie form or in HBO Max where it belongs with high quality content.
You're paying Greg Gustin $200,000 for next season of Flash episode.
Per episode, yeah, I saw that. I was like, whoever let him get his money. I mean,
no wonder they I'd be like, apparently, I don't know, man. Like,
no. Talk all that shit about the CW, but those actors are getting paid good.
wait, wasn't there some actors from season 7 complaining about not getting paid enough?
I think so.
Because I was like, oh, then it makes sense. Why? Because all that money's going to Grant.
If
he's making $200 million for
these actors at CW, they used to be like make millions when they're in the theater, when they're Movies. Like Luke Wilson, for example. I know he's not technically in the Arrowverse, but he's on the CW. Stargirl, right? The guy used to be in movies.
Yeah. Right, now he's just doing TV, which isn't bad because Luke Wilson's tight.
Yeah. And you got Amy Smart. We all know like Amy Smart. We all know her, but we know what she's famous for: American Pie, not American Pie, World Trip, and then some other stuff. But yeah, she's in that show. I mean,
I know this is off topic, but talking about American Pie, I did not know that this girl, Jennifer Holland, was in that shit, and
oh yeah, she was,
and had a specific.
Jennifer Holland was in it,
and had a specific scene where you see something, and I was like, "Yo,
whoa, no!"
Gotta do some research.
Is that where James Gunn knows her?
Hey, K Dawes, can we at least? I mean, I know there has to be a reason why you're not showing your whole body, bro. At least start off the cam.
That's James Gunn's girlfriend.
Yeah, when I saw that, no, because when I saw her, I was like, "Oh, cool." I didn't know she was in that movie, but then she revealed something, and I was like, "Oh God."
She definitely looks better as she got older. I'll say that much.
Yeah, I
Oh
can't
yeah.
agree.
I
Her
mean, she's
Yeah.
she's
she's
kind of
she's
hot
kind
now.
of cute in American
Yeah.
Pie, kind of.
Mhm.
I mean, like, man, like when she got out of bed and she took that emergency call, you see her in her basically in her bra and panties.
Wait, is this super? Wait, why is she wearing a Supergirl thing?
Who you talking? You're actually watching the scene, bro.
No, wait. She has this Supergirl thing on her. Is that paint?
Who are you talking about? Jennifer Holland? In that
Yeah,
movie?
in American Pie. It's
Yeah, so you are watching. You are watching the scene. What the?
no. I'm looking at Google Images.
I was about to say, yeah, she has she takes off her shirt and you see some stuff in that scene. That's all I'm trying to say.
Some Supergirl stuff, right?
Oh my god! I wonder how much.
Is that real or is that like some Photoshop stuff?
I wonder how much Ezra Miller got paid to do the crossover with CW verse.
Probably. Well, he's a movie actor. Probably just as much as Grant Gustin got for an episode.
He's probably like, why can't we get Tom Cavanaugh to be our Reverse Flash? That'd be awesome, though. Like, yeah, Reverse Flash was actually pretty back in the CW. The one from like the season 1 and 2 of the Flash.
Guys, I heard and saw it, but I was like, well, I don't know. Like I said, the CW, the Arrowverse isn't the same how it used to be. So it's like,
no.
Dude, he looked so derpy in that new Reverse Flash suit. I don't know why they changed it.
No, the funny thing about it is they added during the crossover when both of them switched lives, and Grant actually looks good in that Reverse Flash suit, but no, he does not. He looks goofy as hell.
Yeah,
but Grant
did not look good in that Flash suit.
Yeah, he does it.
He looks weird.
No, he does it. No, he does it. Grant does. It's weird because he does. It matches with him, but like no.
He was like Team Flash, let's go. I was like, dude, he looks so weird.
Jennifer gave that guy
It was
a great
his head.
handshake. I don't remember seeing that scene. I just whatever. If it happened, it happened.
American Pie. Oh my god. It's just that was fun for a movie like fucking the pie, Stifler's mom.
Yeah, no, American Pie was always funny. I know they came out with that newer one with the girl version of it.
Yeah.
Let's just say I was disappointed because when I saw how it was gonna be a whole female cast, I thought it was
wasn't one of the girls like Stifler's daughter or something?
I don't think so.
Yeah. Oh, but they had Madison Paytas. I was gonna watch it.
It was her.
Yeah.
Madison Paytas is not enough to get me to watch that. I grew up with
I
her.
remember her. Yeah.
She's my other crush, but she's not enough to get me to watch.
And not like
Corey in the House, right? Corey in the House.
Yeah, yes.
And she was in the movie with The Rock. Which movie was it? The football movie.
The Game Plan. No, because when I saw her,
I grew up with her. She was like, I pretty much grew up with her.
Me too, but when I heard her that she was gonna be in a movie, let's just say I was like, okay, let's see how this is gonna turn out. But I was disappointed. Not to sound like a misogynist or anything. Let's just
you know why Barry Lewis is Batwoman? It's because Batwoman is a Batman character, and the Batman characters always come up on top.
Yo, they're like gods among the people.
Yeah,
without powers.
Speak of Corey in the House, Raven's getting like a new show, right? It's like a part.
Yeah, she's had it.
Already came out.
It already came out.
Didn't the continuation already come out?
Yeah,
with the father's back, but the brother's not Kyle Massey because I think he's had issues. Kyle Massey, the brother.
More than issues for Kyle Massey, but let me not get to that.
Oh my goodness.
Well, I'm not sure you guys.
I remember The Rock was in Corey in the House.
What happened?
Remember The Rock was. What was that?
Okay, that's what did you say?
Now, I'm not sure if you guys know, but Kyle Massey said.
No, I know what he did.
He been around, with the Disney cast of women. I'll just say that way. He said he been around.
Oh, don't go there.
The Rock was in that show Korean House. The Rock was also in Hannah Montana.
He was?
Yeah,
Yo, like,
he wasn't
this like the beginning of his acting career?
kind of, yeah, like we're
Being in these like family-friendly stuff, like family-friendly movies and TV shows.
Dude, Larry David was in Hannah Montana. I'm not kidding. Larry David was in Hannah Montana. And the scene was they kind of played a bit the typical Larry David stuff. You know how Larry David is, right? You know how his show is. So they kind of played it like that, but more of a watered down version because Hannah Montana is obviously is PG.
Yeah.
So what the bid was, there was Larry David had his daughters. I think they were fake daughters. I'm not sure. At a restaurant in a very very famous restaurant, you have to order reserved ahead of time, like months, weeks and months ahead of time. So Hannah Montana arrives with her friend, Lily, right? Emily Osmond. So she arrives. She automatically gets a seat. They ready to get a table for her, right? She didn't reserve. She didn't do anything. They ready to give her a seat. And Larry David is like, hey, we were here before her. The typical Larry David stuff. So he got really mad, but he couldn't do swearing. He couldn't go overboard because it's Hannah Montana. You can't go to that level, right? So,
right.
Yeah,
and that's what do Punisher Disney.
I remember like the biggest like guest appearance on like a kids or teen show like back in my like teenage years was like Emma Stone on iCarly.
Emma Stone was
remember
obsessed, right? Yeah, she was. She was an obsessed fan of iCarly.
Yeah, and I think that was either around the time the first Amazing Spider-Man came out, or it was like before it was filming or it started filming. I can't remember because it was a later season. I think it was.
It was like I know it was after like Easy A because that was.
Yeah, it was after like Super Bad and Easy A by far.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it was.
I think for me the biggest I seen was Sean Kingston on Sweet Life on Deck.
Oh yeah.
I forgot about that. Then he sung the song in the end.
Oh wait, no. Here's another one. Dwight Howard on the Sweet Life on Deck when he was an All-Star.
Dwight Howard.
Yes, Dwight Howard when he was still
Dwight Howard, Kevin Love, and Darren Williams.
Back when they were all stars and not has-beens.
The fuck. Just talk about Zach and Corey. I still remember fucking this guy Dwight Howard's half brothers, Mr. Mosby and shit. I was like,
I love the actor who played Mr. Mosby. I love that actor. He's hilarious. Who would
I said Sean Kingston.
Sean Kingston.
I'm watching that episode again just for that, man.
Wait, which song was it? Wait, he made an original song with, or was it that Fire Burning song that he performed on there?
I
think it was the Fire Burning.
That episode came out like in 2009, bro.
Legendary episode.
Yeah, they were playing him the whole time because they were gonna set up a party, but he was trying to impress London and shit. I still remember.
Oh, Brandon's song, London.
Yeah,
I can't believe she's with Macaulay Culkin. Like, really?
I'm pretty sure they already have a kid.
The last time I seen her in anything was The Social Network.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, she was The Social Network.
No, I know she came out with a Netflix movie too that people were talking shit at. She had like amnesia or some shit, and then like some guy pretended to be her husband. It was some weird ass movie and shit.
Yeah, and she was and you got Ashley Tisdale as both in the High School Musical and Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, the first one.
I swear these shows used to be bangers back in the day. Now they're giving kids fucking straight bullshit. I swear.
The Disney shows in the mid 2000s to like 2010, 11 were great. Like they were great. Like they made me laugh. Like
no, they did.
I remember back when my middle school when the older kids were doing standardized testing and like we had all this extra time because the older kids would be behind. My science class watched the Hannah Montana movie because we had an hour of science.
Oh yeah, so she is.
Ooh, I did not like that movie.
You didn't like
I didn't
it?
either.
Nah, I didn't like Hannah Montana. It was so weird leaving a sitcom like format into an actual movie. Like it was.
As a
totally
kid, I
different.
never cared for it.
Yeah, I think that's the only one that became. I think I know there's other. I know some of those Disney shows had like movies. Like I know. Was it Wizards of Waverly
Wizards.
Place?
That one worked for me, even though it broke from the sitcom format. The Wizards one worked for me.
Yeah, but it
The
didn't become a
Hannah Montana one
theater.
didn't. Like it was just.
Yeah,
so
I think
weird.
Hannah's the only one that became a theater release. The others one didn't, right? I think.
No,
And
no,
it's
Wizards was Wizards was it was a Disney Channel exclusive.
Yeah, I think Hannah. So it might have been Hannah Montana's the only one that came out in theaters of the shows. I think.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. But no, it was Chaos, it was Dumb Love. I searched it up right now. Sean Kingston.
I need to listen to it real quick.
Yeah, Emma Stone, George. Emma Stone was 2012 in iCarly. So when around the first Spider-Man movie, Amazing Spider-Man.
Oh wow!
Yo,
that was like the
I think I really am
Nickelodeon
gonna watch that show
appearance.
when I'm over on the street.
Wait a minute.
No, wait. Then there was also when Gary Coleman was on Drake and Josh.
Oh, Drake and Josh was good, but only lasted. It was such a short series, though.
Yo, like, how is it that crappy Henry Danger show had more seasons than Drake and Josh and
The
iCarly?
Nickelodeon, I know. The Nickelodeon shows now suck.
No.
This boy Sean Kingston and shit.
I'm about to put this on my playlist.
Look. No, Nickelodeon shows like Drake and Josh was only like 3 seasons long, and then like the sister gets her own show, iCarly.
Oh, and then those the spin-off movies. My favorite. My favorite was the second one when it was the parade and Drake got in trouble with the law and he had the ankle bracelet on. That was my favorite Drake and Josh movie.
Which
Yo,
one?
speaking of Drake and Josh, on the IMDb for Drew and Jerry, apparently it said Jennifer Holland was in that as some kind of background character.
Yeah.
Oh, I
they
got
said
to
she was
search her.
like some random
Yo, I'll send you like the link to it.
I'll search her Wikipedia what she's been in.
I remember for Drake and Josh. It was the Christmas special and shit.
She was in Brightburn.
They don't make the kids happy. Have a happy Christmas to go to jail and shit. I still remember that.
And the guy's Christmas was ruined because of a monkey.
She was in this movie in 2008, I think it is, called Zombie Strippers, and has Robert Englund in it and Jenna Jameson.
Damn.
I saw her there on her IMDb. I was like, zombie strippers makes sense. Makes sense why her and James Gunn would even get together. Dude, that's something James Gunn makes, zombie strippers.
Probably. But yeah, I know.
It wasn't. Yeah, but it wasn't made by him.
I'd watch it if he did make that.
It wasn't him. He didn't make the movie. No, it was some other director. I don't think.
Oh no, I'm saying that's something James Gunn would make.
Oh,
and I
okay.
would watch it if he did something like that.
Yes, you're right. She was in Drake and Josh. She was also in Rush Hour. Rush Hour had a show in 2016, right?
Yeah, they canceled that shit immediately though.
I didn't even know how. I mean, like, yeah, she didn't have a. She was in a relationship with James Gunn in 2015. They met through actor Michael Wolfsbaum, who was dating a friend of Holland's at the time, and offered to set up after Gunn saw a photo for it that Wolfsbaum had. So she's 34. How old is James Gunn?
He's like 55. She's like 55.
Oh yeah, thank you, George. I love your name on it, George. Just George the Hamadaverse.
Yo, I had to because I saw someone made a Geralt of Hamadaverse on Twitter.
Oh
yeah. No, because last week I came in as like just George of James Gunverse, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do Hamadaverse because yesterday's DC reveal really got me excited for DC movies.
Yeah.
Man, there's like another one too. It was like the Ghost of Geralt or some shit.
I saw that. That's the time when James Gunn owned them, right?
No, that's what it says in the bio. Like, after I got owned by James Gunn, I died or so. It was some crazy shit like that. I was like, what the fuck?
Hey, wait, what's it called? The Ghost of Geralt's Past or just the Ghost of Geralt?
I think if you just search up either one, you'll find it. But I was like, I think it said some crazy shit. Like I had to do it to myself after James Gunn made me look stupid or shit like that. I was like, damn.
Yo, apparently Geralt made like box office predictions, and like The Flash looks like it's gonna make According to him, Flash is only gonna make $450.
I saw that. I think it's probably like 600, maybe 650. That's what I think.
Yo,
I'm not sure.
he didn't even put million. He just put like
true.
$450.
Yeah, I saw that. He says, Gerald put out a prediction at the box office. So he's put the Flash $450 at the box office.
Oh, Kados, I found it. It says Geralt of Snyder versus Ghost. You might have known me as the leader of the cult known as Restore the Snyderverse, but I was killed after being shot with a kryptonite bullet by James Gunn.
Laugh so hard.
Yo, and honestly, I'm kind of surprised. Geralt has all 3 MCU movies coming out this year, making over $1 billion.
Yeah, he does. He has that.
Yeah, like,
Yo,
hey,
he
I'm
has
not-
Sonic
I'm-
making
I'm-
700 million.
I don't know.
I hope it would do those numbers. I hope Sonic does those numbers. That's really good numbers if Sonic 2 does that.
Yes, yeah. He really did say the Flash. He thought the Flash was only going to make $450 at the box.
The thing about it is he's trying to be more positive now. I remember, I know Kados you saw that tweet I had in the morning where he was like, when John Cena said, be positive, not negative, and he liked it. I was like, this motherfucker knows damn well he's
playing
negative
the-
theaters and shit.
But he's trying to be positive. But you know what? It will still come out. His true stuff will still come
No,
out.
I give him credit. At least he's not like Mercury. Mercury doesn't just denies that shit.
Mercury's worse. I'll tell you, Mercury's worse.
Yeah, that
Yo,
motherfucker blocked me twice.
I
this
will
year. I was like,
forever
damn.
on my phone have like that 9/11 tweet
I still have it too.
screenshotted, so that way I can always remind people like this is who this guy is.
And
Also, I remember-
Mercury's excuses. I don't live in America, so 9/11 doesn't mean anything.
Oh,
to
you know
me.
what he
Like,
said? He was like, I swear he deleted it like 2 minutes later. I still remember. I saw it that day.
Yeah.
And then like 14 minutes later, he was like, I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm a changed man. I was like, motherfucker, it's only been like 14 minutes. How the fuck you a changed man and shit?
14 minutes.
No, but I remember yesterday some girl was like,
I felt Jesus in 14 minutes.
This bro was lying so hard. Like, no, but I remember some girl on Twitter yesterday was like, these guys had to stop treating this guy poorly just because of how much he supports the Snyderverse, and like, I don't understand why you guys think he's a bad guy. And I replied, I was like, who are you talking about? And then when she was like, Mercury, I was like, oh no, this guy. I started talking shit about him. I was like, I don't know how people see these guys as heroes or whatever, because they be talking mad shit. They're biased. They're like, oh my.
There's people. Ridiculous. I'll tell you this. There's people in Mash's community who like Mercury and Gerald.
Definitely, that's how it is. It's mostly it's they like Mercury. They like Geralt. They like a certain person that keeps saying that, wait for the Verger and all that stuff too.
Oh, I saw that. I saw you. I'm like, did you see? I know you guys saw it. Remember yesterday? Remember what? I'm sorry, Max, but Max, if listening to this,
I love you, Max.
He knows how I feel. But these guys are. Oh yeah, I'll send you a link, Arkham. But these guys are bullshitters.
No, I like him. He's been nice to me, and I've been on his show before. But it's like, I'm sorry that chat is like the definition of an echo chamber.
I can't.
And
I know you like him, but I can't like people who lie and con people.
No, I think he is biased. I'm not gonna lie.
Yo, they call him. Well, doesn't he call himself like bias bros?
No, I think he does it against the people who call him that. Like, I know sometimes he puts it echo chamber as well. Like he says echo chamber bros or some shit like that. Like, I like him as a person, but like I don't believe any of that Snyder shit at all. I definitely don't. It is what it is though. That's just
I just think they con people into believing it. They're grifting. They're con people into believing that stuff. And yesterday they said Erica is coming on the same day as the DC trailer. Heroes are needed, whatever. So they have to put out. Oh, the Erica! Wait for the Erica's coming this year.
Would we have gotten an announcement last year if it was coming out this year?
Mikey said it was coming out this last year. Didn't he say it was coming out last year? And it was coming out?
Yo, he said there's gonna be an announcement at Fandom. Then when it didn't happen, he moved the goalpost and said there might be an announcement. I didn't say there was officially.
Might be. See, they double down.
It's possible though. Like it's possible because obviously the movie's already there. It's like the same thing with
But
Snyder.
did you hear what Joel Kingman's tweet? Well, no, not his tweet, but what he said in an interview. He says he's seen that version. And he says it's not much. It's not very good either.
Yeah, I actually don't expect it to be that good, to be honest with you. But I still want to see it.
Because I read people who actually seen the other version.
Yeah.
And said the reason Warner Bros. Picked the one they showed for everybody to see was actually the better version in their mind.
You have to think about it though, because that's just the same exact shit they said for Zack Snyder's Justice League. That it was unwatchable, that was garbage, that it was unreleasable, but look how it turned out. A good movie and shit. So I don't know, take it for what it is. Maybe it is a jewel diamond movie. I don't know.
And then I just if I'm not just picking Geek Aussie, I pick on all the time. But here's the thing. I pick on people who post rumors without like some base of sources, without bias. Because if you're a legit news site, like Geek Aussie or any other sites, you cannot be biased to a fandom. You have to report on everything. And you have to put your bias aside. Because it's not your news is not an opinion piece. Opinion piece, if you're writing opinion, it's different. But if you're a legit news site, you cannot be biased. Opinion piece, fine. You can be biased in your opinion piece. People still call you out for it, but at least it's an opinion piece. That's the difference.
I get that.
Yeah.
People bring up like he got stuff right about Spider-Man No Way Home, but quick question: how many of that stuff did he probably take from someone who has more credibility, like Daniel RPK?
Yeah.
Because RPK got a lot of stuff right about the movie.
You know what? I guess earlier in the season, I guess John Cena's father in this show will get shot in the head. Guess what? It happened. Credit me, people.
Yo, yes, Aaron's a legit source. Yo, you are a legit source. But
guessing,
no, it's like
if you guess, you're gonna get something right. Like,
but no, it's like. Listen, I'm not hating on Gigassi, but it sounds like it's trying to become the next WeGotThisCovered.com. Like, basically, because WeGotThisCovered.com does the same thing where, like, when something sounds like it could be legit, they talk about, oh, we got this thing correct. We got this thing correct. We're the same source that got this correct. It's becoming the same thing.
Look, Jarbo, remember that one stream. The one stream. I don't know if Eddie, you might have watched it from the sidelines because you weren't active at the time. Like, but you probably watched it from the side. Remember when Jarbo pointed out that Man of Steel 2 thing? Where Geekossi wrote about Man of Steel and where he got those quotes that Man of Steel was in the works, but it was all cherry picked from an article that was like a year before, or almost not a year before, but like almost more than half a year before, maybe about 8 months before. Remember that? And everybody in the panel, except Max, refused to kind of believe it. Remember that?
I think I remember.
Yeah.
Man, it is what it is. It's what people tend to believe what they want to hear. That's why I have my criticism of the Snyder fans. But these guys can believe anything. To be honest with you,
Man is still too.
They're trying to grift on the Spider-Man fan base.
They're not making a sequel. Movie came out.
I think they're done with the sequel. I think they're done with the sequel. Maybe we should have got one, but it was a different director.
We would have got it like 2 years after.
Yeah.
I mean, if Henry Cavill would have did that Shazam cameo, probably would have got Man of Steel too.
Yeah, he should have did that cameo. I'm just saying, he should have done it. Should have done it.
Yo, remember when some of the like Snyderverse people like Gerald were trying to grift off like the Spider-Man fan base by doing the hashtag Make Amazing Spider-Man 3?
They stopped it, I believe.
Yo, Binge Watch like took a picture of Gerald's hashtag and put it on their thing, and I was like, of all the people they use for this, they use Gerald.
You know what the good thing is? There's a lot of people that want Amazing Spider-Man 3, but you know the good thing I noticed? We're not creating cult.
Yeah, like it's just people generally. I don't see nobody being like toxic from what I've seen. I don't see nobody being toxic with the hashtag. They're just generally want it. I don't see nobody making billboards and all this stuff just to promote
I
it,
think
but they're
also-
just genuinely asking for it. That's
It's
it.
a global phenomenon, but you need to pay people to talk about it, and you need a billboard.
But
That's
also, I
crazy
think
shit.
they would also accept him just appearing in like Venom 3 or Secret Wars. Like even if they don't get it like a full-fledged like sequel, they would accept him in anything as well.
No, the thing I hate about the hashtag for Amazing Spider-Man 3 is it's some guy was talking shit saying, "Where were you guys? Oh, where were you guys back in 2014?" And my head was like, "Well, that movie was ass, though." What do you want me to say?
Terrible.
Yo, like Amy Pascal threw a sandwich at Kevin Feige.
I mean, they were planning Sinister Six and Amazing Spider-Man 3, but what happened was the relationship between Garfield and Sony soured everything and derailed all those plans. And yeah,
Yeah, it's gonna have to be a whole different like movie, like tone wise and some other shit. Like,
just to be honest, bad movies still get sequels.
it made good money, but like
Yeah,
you know, people didn't like it and shit.
Transformers are an example of that.
Just like
You know,
BVS.
like how many Fast and Furious movies have we gotten at this point?
9.
Exactly.
But they generate money. Like they generate a lot of money.
Exactly.
And
I mean,
now we got 2 more to go.
I hope it's the final 2. Like, because they make $1 billion now. Like, and this Fast 9 that is not making $1 billion for obvious reasons because of the pandemic and stuff. But if it's normal times, it might have reached $1 billion because the past few Fast and Furious made $1 billion.
I mean, you say it's ending, but I already know like once that ends, once the franchise ends, watch them come out with like a prequel series or something like that.
The golden years of Dominic Toretto.
Fast 11, Fast and Furious 11, Fast Invasion. They have to fight off aliens or something.
Fast
I
12.
I imagine it's gonna be them driving on the rings of Saturn, drifting.
Bro, that sounds so stupid.
Oh my goodness.
Or
watch they cross over to Jurassic Park, Fast 10, like
drag race on the rings of Saturn and shit.
Man. One of them rides down a motorcycle down one of those dinosaurs with like a long neck, whatever it's called, brachiosaurus. Down to the neck and then onto the back.
Yabba dabba do.
Yabba dabba do.
Oh my goodness.
Be hilarious. I mean, I'm looking forward to the Jurassic Park movie, despite not liking the other one, Fallen Kingdom. But I'm looking forward to this. It's it's like Endgame. No, it's like No Way Home because they're all bringing back the original cast. Like,
well, I'm kind of happy that Mr. Grant is back because Jurassic Park 3 is my favorite of them, and the reason I like Mr. Grant is because in that movie, if y'all remember it, the wife and the husband always saying his name over and over in that whole movie. Mr. Grant!
I know.
Mr. Grant!
Yo, I was waiting for them to get eaten by a dinosaur that whole movie.
I was waiting for the wife, bro. She was so bad in the movie.
Tia Lalonde, whatever her name is.
She was so dumb in the movie. The wife in that film, she's so dumb. She gets the blowhorn. She's like, Alan, where are you at? And then the Spinosaurus comes and straight up takes them out.
They've been yelling all day when there's a bunch of dinosaurs in a row. Like, seriously, like, stop yelling. And yeah, I mean, like, Jurassic Park 3 was definitely not that good.
Yo, the dinosaur dream where the dinosaur's like, Alan.
Yeah.
Alan. My favorite thing from that movie was the Spinosaurus. That thing was tight.
The Spinosaurus is sick.
Yo, and like that guy Billy, like you think he's dead, but then he's miraculously okay.
Oh yeah, he didn't die in the movie.
No.
I forgot he didn't die.
I don't think
such a big thing.
None of the main characters. In the Jurassic Park movies, none of the main characters die. It's always like a side character, like
Samuel Jackson die.
Yeah, because he was more of a side character, wasn't he? I mean, like the main characters, like in the first movie. I mean, Grant Goldblum's character. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, and then in Sarah Lauren Dern's character, and then in the second movie, Goldblum character Malcolm, and Julian Moore's character, the daughter, the hunter doesn't die. Vince Vaughn doesn't die. And in the third movie, Grant doesn't die. The divorced couple doesn't die. The Billy doesn't die. That's
A
what
lot
I
of
mean.
people not dying.
Yeah. Hey,
It's
Arkham,
always
what's up?
like the
Hey, how you
misfortunate
doing?
side characters.
So, Arkham, what are your thoughts on Peacemaker? We kind of stopped talking about Peacemaker for about like an hour now, but I want to know your thoughts.
I really liked it. Like I liked the final fight between Peacemaker and his dad and everything like that. And I think it was very very good. I'm excited what the last episode is. I think there's one more episode, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, this season finale is this Thursday coming up.
Yeah.
Okay.
What are your thoughts on the what was it called? The Flash, the new VFX with the Flash.
Look good. To me, they look good.
I see
Yeah.
a lot of people. Oh, I see a lot of people criticizing it.
It's
Yo,
the usual
Gerald
people
compared
who
it
are
to Lava
criticizing
Girl.
it.
Yes, the thing is, here's the thing with Gerald shit on it yesterday, and then today he posted a tweet now he likes it.
What?
No, that was a fake one. That was
Oh,
No,
fake.
yeah.
that's fake.
I
That's
think that was
fake.
the Hamada
That
one.
was- yeah, he changed it to Gerald's name, and then he changed it back to Hamadaverse. I was like, this bastard got me too.
Oh, really? Damn it!
I was shocked. as
Then
shit. I was
he
like, what the
changed it
fuck?
back to the Snyderverse. Like he changed it back and forth.
Yeah, I was like,
Okay.
damn. I thought I called Geralt in 4K until I found out it was a parody account.
Yo, speaking of bizarre tweets, I remember like when Doctor Strange got delayed to like May, Mercury went on like some kind of crazy rant saying, "What about my plan? My plan to use
What?
Doctor." He was like apparently he was trying to say something along the lines like he was going to use Multiverse of Madness to destroy the Batman's box office or something.
Oh, because it was supposed to come on the same month. Yeah.
Yeah, he was like, "No, Feige, what about my plan?"
No, you see what Geralt was doing with Morbius. He's doing the same shit, and I was like, "Guy, you picked the wrong movie."
Morbius is not gonna make money.
I'm not really.
Morbius
I'm
ain't
not even
making money.
excited for that.
Morbius.
That movie's like, it's okay.
I'll
Like,
probably-
I'm
I'll
excited
watch
to see
it, but,
Vulture,
but the hypocrisy is like he's saying like, oh, Morbius is gonna be 10 times better than the Batman.
No,
No, I think it comes out in the same time as the Flash. I think Morbius.
No,
No, it
April.
comes out April
Comes
1st.
in
April.
April. The Flash comes in November.
Yeah. Yeah, Eddie.
The
it's
Flash is
April.
competing
April
with Black Panther Wakanda Forever.
No, either way, he's smoking. We think some Morbius doesn't do anything against any of these.
Venom. Like Venom couldn't do it. Like Venom had October, and like Venom doesn't make like. It's like Venom wouldn't even smoke Batman.
And Venom's a bigger brand than Morbius.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I can't. The Batman is almost near. We have to see what happens. I know a bunch of people.
I'm
are
not
talking
really
shit.
worried about Wakanda Forever. That's like, like
They
I
also-
don't know what's
they
gonna
also
happen with
released
that.
a new motion
Like,
poster.
I don't know what's gonna happen to that movie, what the story is, and everything like that.
No,
So
if
like
Geralt
make lots of money.
if Geralt and Mercury want to simp up a movie before the Batman, they should just simp up on Uncharted.
They can.
Oh my
Uncharted. That's not gonna do well. See the
That's not gonna do
Okay,
well.
whip the shreds. That movie. I'm gonna still watch it. I'm not gonna.
I
see
knew,
it.
I
I'm
knew
gonna
it
pirate
too.
Like,
They should never cast a Tom Holland. I swear. I kept
You know,
on saying it. Him and Mark
perfect-
Wahlberg are not those characters. Man.
Nathan
if you're
Fillion?
doing Uncharted and doing a
He's too
younger
old.
version of Nathan Drake, the one thing that doesn't make sense is if you're doing a young version, why would you grab certain scenes from the third installment where it's the plane installment?
Yeah.
That's when he's at least 20 or 30. Like, this is like a Nathan Drake that's just starting out, so it doesn't make sense.
And that's why they had the perfect Nathan Drake. Arkham was on stream. We had the perfect Nathan Drake in the movie. Mark Wahlberg.
Oh god,
Yeah.
please, oh
I'm just
no.
saying, he's Nathan Drake because Nathan Drake can get. He's a little
I
bit
know.
big, a little buff, but
I think
I
Mark
don't think I would
Wahlberg
like
would have
that
been
either,
perfect
to be
Nathan
honest,
Drake.
bro.
I actually think if he was younger, Bradley Cooper could have been a Nathan Drake because he could play that kind of Nathan Drake attitude.
I don't
But
Like
yes,
know,
Mark
man.
Wahlberg, I'll never get over his bad performance in the Transformer movies.
but that's not him. I'm sorry, but
I
overall,
know it's on him. It's just like every
I
time I
mean,
see
they
Mark
made Anthony
Wahlberg,
Hopkins look bad.
he was just an exposition
I feel like
character in that
the
last
best
movie.
Nathan Drake could a lot of people fan cast him. I think it's Nathan Fillion.
He's too old though.
So is
But,
Mark
well,
Wahlberg.
for older version of like Nathan Drake, like you can still do that with the older version where like say for example if the movie actually took place in the the third game he's older, so like you have more experienced Nathan Drake. Like that's what a lot of Uncharted fans want really is not really a um like an origin or anything like that because they already know the game and stuff like that. Just
Mhm.
make an Uncharted game with like experience like Nathan Drake.
I
Yeah.
just know that Tom Holland played himself thinking he was have a banger movie, then go right to Spider Man.
Oh man,
Yeah.
like if he thinks, yeah, No Way Home. I'm sorry, but Tom Holland, it doesn't look like all that goodwill from No Way Home is gonna really help you with Uncharted.
Yo,
Actually,
like
had some worse
Sony
on the
picked
way home too.
Sony
But
picked
I'm keeping it to
like
the
an actor
side.
they're familiar with just to play one of their video game characters. I think that's what it came down to.
Video game movies aren't good.
No,
I
most of the
mean,
time. Agreed.
No, like Mortal Kombat, like it wasn't it was an okay movie, like but
Better Annihilation, I tell you that.
Sonic was
yeah,
pretty
better
good.
than Annihilation, and I know the writer for Moon Knight is writing the second one, so like it probably will be better one. But with movies, it depends what genre you're doing. Like if you're gonna do Uncharted correctly, you have to do it very good. You can't just do because to me it just looks to me it just looks like a action movie. It doesn't look like Uncharted.
Oh yeah, so they, we got Catherine Zeta-Jones, right? The reboot, right? And my thing is with the National Treasure. My thing, how come in everything with had to do with archaeology, like go treasure hunting for relics and stuff. There always has to be some witch person in the background is always evil. A witch, it's always a finance. Somebody's always financing. It's always wishing they're evil. They're always the bad guy. Always the bad guy.
immortality.
yeah. They're always,
Do you want a
they're
good
always
witch or
the
a
bad
bad
guy.
witch?
They're always the villain.
They
Even
always
even
went
in
for
video games. Even in video
immortality.
games.
Or just something to make more money. It's like, come on, man. What
You remember
making
like
enough
the
money?
last Indiana Jones movie with the aliens at the end?
Yes.
Like that's like the kind of vibes I'm getting with adventure films like the last like 13, 14 years since
Did
then.
you see Garrett's new tweet?
Oh no! What do you say this time?
It's the box prediction.
Yes,
Yeah.
I've seen that. Yeah,
Yeah, it was
$450 for the Flash.
Yeah.
450. Like I think I don't even think it's good. Like I think it'll probably make around $1 million, but it won't like
$1 million.
Huh? By itself?
not $1 million. 1,000. I meant 1,000. Wrong.
1,000? Oh, you're joking, man.
Wait.
Like
Wait, for
around there.
opening-
Like I don't think
confused,
it's
like,
gonna make as
overall?
much as a Batman, but I think it will still make a good amount of money to get a sequel.
How much do you think it's gonna make overall? Though, like
I don't know. Like I have to watch the movie.
you're
I'll
getting
tell you one thing.
confused. First you said
Yeah, you
first
said
you
1,000. I'm
said
like,
$1 million, then you said 1,000. Bro, what are you talking
Yeah,
about?
like I don't know. Like I'm.
I think
want
the
I want
Flash
the
is gonna do
movie to
better than
do
people
good.
expect.
I
I
think
think it's gonna do
want-
better than people suspect.
I think it's
Yeah.
gonna be 650. That's what I think. 650
Yeah,
to
I
700.
agree.
That's
with
a
that.
reasonable amount
Yeah,
because
Yeah, I
it's
agree.
I think it's gonna be 650
because it's
to
competing
700.
with Wakanda Forever, and regardless of how good or bad that movie's gonna be, I think it's
It
still
has-
gonna make a lot of money.
It has. Here's the thing. It's scheduled for early November release. So with Wakanda and Avatar Aquaman, I'll come out in December. It still has amount of time to make up a decent box office.
Yeah, I just like the only
And those
other thing
movies,
is
some of those movies will move too. Like the ones
I just
mentioned.
don't know like how the pandemic's gonna pan out for the rest of the year as well. Like, listen, like people will go out in droves to see Spider-Man. I don't know about the Flash unless like the marketing for like Keaton and Affleck are really good. Because that's really the big drive at this point, to see Keaton and Affleck, mostly Keaton.
Like I said, I don't know. The only movie I safe right now for DC for big box office is the Batman. 'Cause
Yeah,
everyone's
Affleck.
hyped for
Affleck.
that
Yeah, I
shit.
agree with you, George. Affleck is not going to get the people to see it because there's a lot of people who do not like the movies that Affleck was in.
But like Keaton, like nostalgia is
Yeah,
selling.
nostalgia.
Like nostalgia sell for that Jurassic World
That's what
trailer
No Way
that just
Home.
came out.
That's,
Yeah.
exactly.
It-
No Way Home. Nostalgia is what got No Way
For
Home.
Ghostbusters Afterlife, like you're seeing it, you're like Kenobi. That's gonna sell for Kenobi. It's gonna, and now it's gonna sell for, and I think that's gonna be the selling point for Flash. Seeing the classic Michael Keaton, because Michael Keaton
Yeah.
is more loved
I
than
don't think
like
I don't think the
people realize.
pandemic's really affecting movies that
I mean,
much
it's to be
anymore.
it's to be Affleck too, because lots of people consider him the best Batman. Obviously, all these Snyder people are. Look,
I think
is it be? I'm pretty sure he confirmed it already. That nobody can deny it. This will be his last movie, so obviously everyone's gonna come in to see what happens to him, and obviously the stuff about the Snyder versus getting erased. So people are
he's a pretty
curious.
good Batman, but he's not the best Batman.
People are just gonna see the Flash movie to see what happens in the end, to see what they're scared of actually happens.
Or
Well,
watch,
from-
people
well,
are
from
gonna
that
try to
trailer-
manipulate.
From that trailer, Keaton is talking to Flash, and he says, I don't know, I feel like it kind of reveals a little bit too much, but he said, you know, you can travel to anywhere, anytime, when you want, but you're choosing to stay here and save this universe.
Yeah.
So something is wrong with Keaton's universe, like it's in jeopardy. Something's up. So he's probably is there by mistake while he's trying
I'm
to do his
guessing
with his mom.
because
But
there
he's there to help
are
that
some
universe.
weeks. There are some weeks with half of the weeks are just wrong, to be honest. Like because rumors and leaks could be like half the wrong. But I think with the Keaton, I do believe that the Barry Allen in his universe is actually Reverse Flash in disguise. Like
might
it's
just
not
be.
Ezra Miller. Like he takes the face of Ezra Miller, but
like
when
in the comics.
in the comics, but like when he actually changes, it's gonna have a
Yeah.
different face.
Yeah.
And I heard Red Death is also gonna be in.
No, Red Death is not going to be in it.
Not Red Death. Black Flash. Black Flash is also gonna be a major part in the movie because Black Flash is that a speedster that hunts down other speedsters that mess with time and the multiverse that try to flux and change everything.
Well, I got a quick question. So remember that day when Grace Randolph and a bunch of other scoopsters conveniently leaked all this same information out at the same time? Who leaked it first? Who was the very first one to leak it that day?
Grace Randolph.
That's why I don't believe it.
I thought it
If
was
she
my
was the
time to
first to
shine.
leak it. It has to be bullshit.
No, it was Grace
It-
Randolph. She was the first one that leaked it.
Got it. Because it's kind of
but Grace gets a lot of things
this is the
wrong.
thing about it. This is why I was calling BS on those sources. Because it's like, okay, you had these sources, and you know you're trying to you. The thing about these exclusives is the first one who breaks them, right? Why would they had this information sit on it this long and not put it out for this long, but put it out? Like that's why I thought it was fishy. I was like, it doesn't make any sense because if you're a scoopster, you're gonna put it out as soon as you get that information.
I just don't believe in the Scooper game because like half of the time, like they could be wrong. But like with Grace Randolph, she's been wrong too many
You gotta
times.
be careful with the Scooper game. There's Scoopers you can actually trust, actually get things right.
Like
and there's ones
I feel
that
like
mix
the
up.
only good Scooper, like some are good, but I feel like the one that everyone goes to that calls reliability towards is Daniel RPK.
Yes,
But
you got a lot of No Way Home stuff right.
But yeah, there are some Scoopers I do trust, but I never 100% trust any Scooper until somebody like Hollywood Reporter reports this casting, or
I feel like that's
Variety, something like that.
Some people they take the Scooper, like when a Scooper tells you this is gonna happen in the movie, this is what they heard. Some people take it literally. They don't take it with a grain of salt. They think this is happening.
I think we all agree we like sports, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Well,
So whether it's basketball, okay, let's do basketball. Who is the top two guys that reports transaction news? Rudes, Adrian Winowski, and Sam's, right? Those guys to trust, right? Those guys you could trust.
Yeah.
If you see guys, scoopers, getting stuff right over and over, that's the people you could trust. And that's those people that get scoops over and over right, they'll get jobs at legit outlets that report movie news, entertainment news. And that's what happens with these guys like in the sports world.
Yo, didn't Grace Randolph say like Bane was gonna appear in the season finale of Peacemaker?
Yeah. She also said that
Bane's not.
She also said Wonder Woman 1984 was gonna be a Flashpoint movie.
Yes, they did. This is Justice League 2 and 3 was actually going to be possibly made. Remember that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It looked like at the moment, but I do remember the Bane thing, and then James Gunn says that you were
remember,
wrong.
like she got called out by 3 directors.
Yo, James
Kathy
Gunn.
Yan.
James Gunn, Kathy Yan, and James Wan.
Yeah.
Yo, she got into this stupid argument with Kathy Ham over.
Like she's telling
over dick pics and a diamond.
Yes.
Yeah.
she's basically telling the director.
Why would you hide dick pics
what's in
inside
the
of a
movie.
diamond?
The thing,
Wait, wait.
I mean,
I forgot what in the movie. What was inside the diamond again?
no,
Like, I guess pics of like.
no. In the movie, it was like bank accounts to the other mob families, and I
mean,
guess
if it-
he would have got more richer than he already was. I guess.
I mean, if it was a dick pic in there, that would be that's one of the stupidest idea for a movie ever.
I mean, no, because the way, even though
Hey, you gotta make sure nobody else can get to it. Put it inside a diamond.
no,
But,
the thing about that though was because of that. Even though that she was totally wrong, the plot that Grace Randolph said was like he was scared to. Yeah, he was basically scared for anyone to find him and shit because
yeah, if somebody exposes his bank accounts, the bank is doing it illegally with the money like he has, he's done for. Like,
and it's like Grace Randall was telling Kathy Yan about her own movie. She made the movie. Why wouldn't she know what's about?
No, that was stupid as hell. Trying to say that shit, her sources are more.
Does Grace Randolph sound like she wanted to get into directing, but like nobody wanted to hire her or something because she has like terrible ideas? It's like, no, they all rejected her.
No, that was stupid because she was like, my sources are always correct. I stand by what I said. And my house like, she's the director of the fucking movie. She
I
fucking
know.
made, like what
She
the
was
hell?
there.
He was there to write the movie and everything. Like what the fuck are you talking about?
I'm like waiting for Grace to be like, yeah, well, I got her.
I know she has a hate for Jessica Chastain, but I didn't know she had a hate for Margot Robbie. What's her beef with Margot?
I don't know. I know she has to have a
Doesn't
hate.
she have a hate towards Jessica Chastain?
Yeah.
I don't know why. Like I saw one video. I think it was the It Chapter 2, and I think Jessica Chastain was in there, and she called Jessica Chastain stupid.
Oh, she called her stupid?
Yeah.
Oh,
She says that stupid face or something like that.
Yeah, she said Jessica Chastain should play Hawk Girl because she's got the red hair. She's actually angry and unlikable.
I don't know why she hates her. Like I think I remember on like the red carpet, Jessica Chastain. I think in It Chapter 2, she talks about she never said Grace Randolph's name, but she talks about a person that has
Wasn't it
so
this
much
year?
Recently, it was back in
No,
September.
it was recent. It was recently. It was
Yeah,
recently.
yeah. It was
yeah,
recently.
like
I made a video on it.
yeah, and she talks about like someone hates her so much on internet.
Yo, someone made a video of Grace Randolph saying
That was pretty funny that she actually acknowledged her.
I don't know, like, and then they got like I don't know, like her and Campy are like the two biggest scoopers, or in that game that play that not scoopers but play that. No, Campy I wouldn't say it's a scooper because he doesn't unless you count the Spider-Man stuff. But
Yeah.
I wouldn't say he's necessarily a scooper, but that's a squall.
Grace Randolph is a scroll. Grace Randolph's like a live action cartoon character.
But Cappy is funny though. Cappy had this like this at the end of the year after scooping, after like watermarking the Spider-Man No Way Home leaks, and then he says about Toby's dick.
Oh my god, Cappy has got this weird humor that like like he made this weird joke about Shang-Chi like in like the porn cut or something.
Yes, yes, yes.
And in one of his thumbnails for his streams, he had like the Hugh Hefner robe on. I'm like,
He,
when's he gonna come on a stream and wear that?
he had the stupidest take couple of weeks ago. It still had the previous host that who left. It was just no, maybe a month ago, maybe a month ago, right? And then, that lady who left, what's her name again? Because now what's her name? Aaron Combs is back, and the other one, Chris Carr or something like that is back. So the other one's gone. You all know that, right? But they were, Campia doesn't sometimes do like over under on what's going to happen in entertainment and movies and stuff. So yes, he says over under that Michael Keaton is playing Thomas Wayne, and him and the same that woman all believe that he's over 50% that Michael Keaton is going to play Thomas Wayne. When everybody knows it's Bruce Wayne.
Yo, that would be like if he said like Tobey Maguire's gonna play Uncle Ben in the MCU. Like that would literally be like if he broke out a scoop saying, yes, Toby's gonna be in No Way Home, but he's gonna play Uncle Ben.
Yeah.
Like because I remember that was like the most bizarre fan casting like the past few years, like even before the No Way Home stuff.
I gotta correct Max's stream. Nick, I'm sorry. Max is having a stream tonight. He accidentally put for 4:45. It's actually at 9 p.m. Eastern, guys.
Oh, okay.
And there's people in comment on saying Max is sleeping and all that stuff. So I'm gonna just post in the chat. It's at 9.
Yeah. K dot was sleeping on his own stream.
Hey, that evidence that's false.
Why no?
Yeah, I was watching like the stream that Jeremy was on, and like I think while Jeremy and Jarbo were arguing, it looked like Max fell asleep during it.
It was late at night. Can you believe it? Because it was like really late at night. I mean, it's hard to like.
But it's like hard to fall asleep when you hear Jeremy and Jarbo like yelling at each other.
Jarbo. I mean, Jarbo must have had a lot of energy drinks that night or something just to argue with Jeremy.
Darko does like so late streams like at 2:00 and 2:00 a.m. It's like, oh my god.
I'm gonna correct the stream for Max because I've been on his because I have access to his streams.
Yo, you and Brian fill in for Max when he's out.
What?
Huh? What was that, George? I'm sorry.
Yo, you and Brian do a very good job running his streams when like Max is like asleep.
Oh yeah, because it's yes, because it's been times we totally ditched us.
I think I'm trying to ask Max. I don't know if he's gonna keep doing that shit because I know he stopped like posting the link.
Oh, Addy, I'll tell you why. I'm on StreamYard now. You can add people as members. So he had a lot of people as members as TMME, right? Yeah. And people part of TMME. He has his email. He has our emails, and we get access to. Gives us access to his streams if he wants, but other people's streams, and my stream. So that's why when we get links for the first hour to people as part of his team, but then after about an hour, it's this new rule. After an hour, he'll post a link for regular people to come on. But I did have an issue. I did not say this on stream because I heard from people like Anthony and other people.
He did it twice where he didn't post anything. So I was like, what the hell are you doing?
So I heard it. So heard from Anthony yesterday. Arkham was there. I think Arkham was it was actually in Bell's Discord. It was in the little voice chat we had. I told Anthony what happened, and Anthony told me that he asked Master a link before other people like before Axel and Krypton's core.
Oh god, do not invite Krypton.
I didn't invite him. That was Max. But I could invite people on Max's stream if I see them.
Yeah, like.
But he should have posted a link. The problem is we should have posted a link. I'll talk to Max before the stream.
I mean, you don't have to because
Eddie.
If he wants to do that, he can do whatever he wants. I don't want to be part of a team. I know everyone's starting to do that shit now, but I'd rather be solo and shit. That's how it's gonna be because like he did that shit twice already. I have a feeling he's to do it again. So
I'm
it's
gonna
like, whatever. Stick to the people you want to talk to. I guess. I mean, I'm not trying to. No, I'm not salty or anything.
he
I'm just
did.
like, damn, I've been there
Yeah,
for a long time, and like, I'm not.
and
I'm not.
there's been some people asked to be on the stream that are not part of the team
Yeah,
before people like Krypton and Axel, because Axel just asked in the chat last night. Um,
yeah,
the a link, please. But there's other. But I seen the movie madness chat last night. Like Isaac asked for a link. Caden,
yeah.
I know you did before Axel did, which I felt was kind of unfair.
No, I'm just saying that. Like, I don't have a problem with it. If he wants to have, like I said, I don't have to be around. But like, he did it twice in a row when people asked for two streams in a row. He did that shit, and I feel like he's gonna do it again. So you might as well, like, I don't know. It's whatever. He can have wherever he wants on the stream. I'm just saying, it's like, what's the point of the DM group if you're not gonna post a link anymore?
Yes, you're right. You're right. I'll talk to Max because I see it as an issue too. I see it as an issue.
Yeah, because I know
Not just for you.
did leave him a message even though he didn't get to it. I guess. And
He
it's
does.
like,
He rarely does. He rarely does.
yeah, I mean, if you want, unless he read it and he's ignoring him, I'm just saying, look, like, I'm definitely not gonna be around anymore. That's how it's gonna be. Like, if you're not gonna post a link anymore, but not to sound like everyone else doesn't deserve it, but like, just specific people are gonna be on, and that says like, bro, it's like 10 of 10, like 5 to 5, 7, 10. I don't even know how many people are in the group, but like, we don't have access to the link, so like, what the hell are we gonna do? Just keep watching y'all be on streams while we're in the group, like.
Yes. It's not just for you, Eddie. I'll talk to him because I know other people have the same issue. So I'll talk to him.
Oh, you guys, I'm about to get ready to head out. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, I think I'm about to head out too. But no,
I wanted to go 2 hours. I wanted to go 2 hours, but yeah. But thank you for coming on, guys. And let you guys plug your stuff. Yeah, go ahead, plug your stuff, guys.
Oh, you guys find me at sjk.sanctum. Just did a Book of Boba Fett live stream today for the finale, and also reviewed the recent Attack on Titan episode. Come check those out on my channel, sjk.sanctum. Just type in that name you see there, and you'll find it. You guys have a great day. Thanks for having me on.
Take care.
Take care.
Bye.
Yeah, you can find me at all my ideas for YouTube and Twitter. It's not that hard to find me. Obviously, I've been coming with the DC content lately a lot, but it's like, I mean, you can call it negative if you want to. I don't find it negative. It's more to give information about the BS I see sometimes, but it is what it is.
All right, Arkham.
You can find me at Arkham Gaming at YouTube and Twitter. I do like DC content with comic books, games, and like reviews and everything like that. But thank you for inviting me. See ya.
He just subscribe to him. He just started his channel, I believe. He had a channel, but he started to do more stuff.
Yeah. But thank you for inviting me. See ya.
George?
Yeah, you can just find me at Just George on YouTube. I'm currently doing a Batman series review for the Batman, and tomorrow I'm going to be talking about the Dark Knight, and then next weekend it's going to be the Dark Knight Rises. So
good luck with that.
Yeah, I've already done Mask of the Phantasm and Batman Begins. So yeah, subscribe to my channel.
All right. Yeah. So thank you, everybody who came on on my show. Thank you everybody who came in the chat. Everybody who didn't talk in the chat, who's listening, appreciate it all. You'll see me on Max's stream tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern. I know it says 4:45. It's a mistake, 9 p.m. Eastern. I'll edit it because I have access to it. I'll talk to Max about this issue with non-team members because I do see it as an issue. Not just Eddie's not the only one who brought it up. There's other people who brought it up, and I'll talk to Max about it. Let you guys know. And Monday I'm probably gonna do Monday I might do a wrestling stream. I don't know. Tuesday I'm gonna do a general stream. It might be recap of the Super Bowl ads or maybe more into the DC stuff that we saw Friday. I'm not 100% sure yet. I think it's more likely the Super Bowl stuff. What we see. If we see like more of the Marvel stuff, if we see some DC stuff, Lord of the Rings stuff, that'll probably be more of that for Tuesday. And tomorrow, guys, enjoy the Super Bowl. And this before we end, who are you going for?
I don't watch football, so I can't answer that.
Yeah, I can't answer either. I'm just more into the commercials.
Well, you got two teams, Rams or Bengals. Just say one of them.
I'll say Rams.
Okay, you're the favorite. I need to say one of them.
Yeah, Rams, I guess. Like I said, I don't watch football.
Okay. And yeah, James Harden, Sixer, guys. Yeah, like he's gonna help
Oh
the
my
Sixers win a
goodness.
championship.
Yo,
AWO
Sixers got
the
a better
Warriors out.
chance than the Nets.